I'm Jimmy Jam.
I'm Terry Lewis, and we're here rocking it with Cincinnati's own
with B-Boys Underground.
B-Boy, where the fuck you at?
Chillin' in the club in my B-Boy stand.
I get it poppin' on the block like a B-Boy.
B-Boy,
Joint from the underground. Chillin' in the club in my B-Boy stand.
I get it poppin' on the block like a B-Boy.
B-Boy,
Joint from the underground.
where the fuck you at?
Chillin' in the club in my B-Boy stand.
I get it poppin' on the block like a B-Boy.
B-Boy,
B-Boys Underground.
Joint from the underground. Chillin' in the club in my B-Boy stand.
I get it poppin' on the block like a B-Boy.
Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, don't stop. Hip hop, hip.
Man, what's good? What's good? What's goody? It's your buzzing cousin Ghost Boogie. It is B-Boys Underground, episode number 53, man. We've got special guest, the one and only Blakk North out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Gonna get ready to tell us his story and all of the different business ventures that he has. It's gonna be a great show. We appreciate you all being here. If you're new here, we absolutely invite you to hit that like, follow, subscribe, all notification bell. Hit us up on all of our different platforms, which are Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all those different things. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great episode. First up, we've got my brother from another, my co-host, the one and only G-Fresh. What's goody?
What's up, y'all? Just fucking around. G-Fresh in the building. Cincinnati, Ohio, 513 represent. Shout out all the B-boys, all the B-girls tuning in. Yes, we do have another show. Episodes keep piling on. And for this one, we got my brother Blakk North out of Cincinnati doing big things, nothing little here. So we're going to get y'all going. So stay tuned. Get into the chats, like, subscribe, spread the word, ask your questions. Let's have a good time. We're about to bring him on.
Absolutely. And right about this time, it's the one and only Mr. Blakk North. What's goody, fam?
Yo, what's good? It's your man Blakk North, the lyrical truthologist. I'm glad to be here. Hey, shout out to you guys, Ghost Boogie, my man G-Fresh. You know, this is, B-Boy Underground, man. You can't get no realer with this, you know what I'm saying? So if you losing out, that's on you, because this is the joint, this is the place, and this is where you want to be all the time. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give you that plug, because them boys, they doing their thing. So I'm glad to be here.
Oh,
word. Appreciate you.
We're very happy to have you here, fam. And yeah, man, man, you've been around in the game for a very long time. And how we always started off is we ask a question, and the first question is always, I want to know what your first memory that you have that you can remember that's associated to hip hop. So as you're a kid, let me know the first time that you heard like a hip hop song and it had an impact on you.
So not so much hip hop, but the beginnings of it. I'm gonna hip y'all to a time where I'm gonna take you back in time a little bit, where me and my four cousins, my two twin cousins and my other cousin, we all the same age. You know what I'm saying? We just a couple months of separation. The crazy part is that we used to take these old songs and rewrite them into songs, into hip hop songs. And we were like all of 9 years old, man, rewriting songs, right? So the first song we rewrote was Beat It by Michael Jackson, man.
Okay.
So it ain't hip hop, but it was like we wrote it into a hip hop song, bro.
Like
and we was sitting there. Yeah, man. And that's when we started doing hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Before it even got into, its full glory. You know what I'm saying? We was just taking shit and just rewriting it, bro. I swear, man. It just made it into rap songs. And we didn't even know we was doing it. We just took it. I'm going to take you back to the da ha, da ha. Da, ha, 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 ha. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
buddy.
we was rewriting all this stuff, man, and that's how we got it too. That's one of the most best memories I've had. I always bring it up sometimes because it reminds me of that was my first actual getting into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Without even knowing what hip hop was
Hmm.
and seeing it blossom. So that was my first thing. But the later in life, into my teens, I would say my best moment in hip hop. I'm gonna put two artists up who I looked up to, and this is early. Is Rakim and KRS One. Them was
Okay.
the two. So first it was Rakim.
Okay.
In that era and during that time, uh, wasn't nobody rapping like Rakim. You know what I'm saying? This dude
Correct.
was emphasizing on knowledge. He was emphasizing on his wordplay, the way he just spit it, man. You know what I'm saying? Follow the leader, um, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It
Painful.
just
Yeah.
boom. My brain just went boom
Aggressive.
inside. So that's not the follow up with KRS One. So it was neck and neck with them two, and those was like my greatest memories. And then probably like after that, then of course the NWA, Ice Cube, Scarface, them my next two. Um, and leaders of the new school, Tribe Called Quest, all them cats came later. So them was my biggest, memories. But the first initial real hip hop situation after the Michael Jackson stuff, y'all, uh,
Mhm.
was basically with Rock Hill and KRS One, man. Them my pioneers for me in rap. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good gob of mixture too. You talking about some East Coast, then you got some West Coast with NWA and some
Yeah.
Scarface. So it's some
Oh yeah.
well-rounded. You got some good well-rounded hip hop. You started, filling in or filling early.
Oh yeah, man, definitely, man. Heck yeah, and it just, even Just Ice, Cool G Rap. You know what I'm saying? Cool G Rap is the most underrated MC
Ain't he?
ever for me, man.
Absolutely.
This dude,
Absolutely.
that Mafia joint he did. Listen here, man. So, and he still got it to this day. You know what I'm saying? I just think he just didn't get his recognition like he should have. You know what I'm saying? But that's the business. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, yeah, them my freshest moments, man. And, even X Clan, Brother J. You know what I'm saying? Even ISIS, dope. All them,
Oh
just
man,
MC Light,
you spent some
all
good
them,
days.
man. Yeah, man. So that was it right there, man. That's pretty much them was the cats who kind of pioneered me in the hip hop.
Love it, love it.
That's
Yeah,
dope,
so
man.
yeah, so taking it from there, so that got you going. And then when did that pen hit the pad? When them
I
juices
think
start flowing that route?
well, see, my mom's a poet, you know what I'm saying? And she's not one that's published or anything like that. So I get a lot of that from my mother, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I just, during high school and all that stuff, man, I ain't care about homework, nothing. You know what I cared about? Writing songs.
Hmm.
I mean, we was now let me take y'all back again. You know how you used to be at the lunch table and used to
Yeah,
hit the
Oh yeah.
drums and
yeah.
making the beats, and you had to do beatboxing, and everybody had to sit at the table and start flowing. That's what that was my introduction of writing rhymes and getting involved. And that was like it didn't start really getting more aggressive until I got into high school.
Hmm.
Shout out to my healthy, you know what I'm saying? That's where I went to.
Okay.
And when I was there, we used to every lunchtime, we all just be right at the table. And they asked me one day, yo, Black, I'm just using my nickname, not my real name, but you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yo, man, we need you to write a song. So you need to write a verse. So I was freestyle. I guess the freestyle wasn't giving them. I went home, wrote three verses in the hook, and came back and spit it the next day, man. And they looked at me, and to this day, some of the dudes that remember me like, this fool went home, bruh, wrote a whole song, came back and spit it at the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? And no, I cannot find that rhyme no more. That's
I was about to
somewhere.
say.
I don't know where that rhyme is, dude. So,
That was like a
But
homework
yeah,
assignment. You went home
yeah,
and
that's exactly what it
you
was,
challenged me.
man. So,
I got you.
and I didn't even look at it as challenge. I just went home, wrote it, and the next day I came to school. They got to the beating on the table, you know what I'm saying? And I was just spitting it, and they was just like, the look on their face was just priceless. Like, what the freak? So that's when the pen and the pad started coming together, and I started writing rhymes all the time. I had a big, thick book like this with number of rhymes in it, songs, full songs, nothing like wasn't no one line. It was like no one sheet of paper. It was full songs, man, and that's probably why I do well in school because I was too busy doing that. You know what I'm saying? My mathematics was writing rhymes. My social studies, writing rhymes. My
You just had
history, writing rhymes. You
you
know
had
what I'm
to.
saying? That was,
They just gave you the wrong curriculum. If they
yeah,
put it in
they so
rhyme,
did,
you
and
put
I
it in
wasn't in
rhyme
a
format, you would have
hey,
had straight A's.
bruh. Exactly. And I definitely wasn't in a school that was all about the artistic side of things, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the creative school of arts, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't get that kind of love. So, I ain't get the fame network, but that's all right. I made up for all that later down in life and, got my degree, got my college degree, and there it was, man, you know what I'm saying? And now here I am years later, and I'm just happy for them humble times, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like it was much then, but it was. It meant a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So now we progressing along. So we're getting right in. So so how did you choose your name? Just throw that in there.
Okay, so funny thing. First, I was called LTR. It was like I came up with that, and I went by Alak, which is Allac. But LTR became my name for a little bit. I put out a record with that, and then the next thing I did was that got changed personally from a dream and more so I'm a firm believer in the creator, you know what I'm saying, and God, however you want to name God. So it came to me to change my name to Blakk North. So I said, okay. So Black is the name that I am. North represent pointing up and looking towards heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you like you got north, south, east, west, looking up. So we just say it's north. So I'm
Gotcha.
looking towards the creator, and initially the creator's downloading all the music into me to present it to the world. And that's how I got Blakk North.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Like that.
So, I mean, definitely when you started picking up your pen and everything, right? Who would you say? Because I listened to, everything that you've got published and everything, and I hear a lot of different influences, but I wanna hear from you what your influences are and who you take, like your style. I know it's your own style or anything like that. You're not a biter. I'm not trying to say that,
Oh
but
no, no, you good, man.
you can
I
hear
get and
influences like with
yeah,
your
I already know
cadence
where
and
you're
your
going.
delivery.
Yep,
So you
yep, I hear it all the
tell me
time. I
if
already know where you're going.
I want to
Uh,
know if I'm right. So you tell
okay,
me.
so I've been compared to sounding like Tupac or Scarface. That's the first thing that comes out of everybody's mouth. You sound like
Mhm.
Pac. Oh no, he sound like Scarface, but it started off with Scarface first.
Mhm.
Then they said,
Brad
"Nah,
Jordan.
man, you sound like Pac," and I was like, "Pac." So I didn't know if to take that as a negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Pac fan. Nothing against Tupac, but it's just saying I never really listened to Tupac because Tupac wasn't of my era during the time I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I
Gotcha.
always was my influence, as I said before, was Rakim and KRS One, then Scarface, and then Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's where everybody say I sound like, but I never listened to pop like that. I really didn't really listen to Scarface until later when Scarface came out. You know what I'm saying? And you know how you go to the parties and everybody playing Scarface all the time. So when I heard I got a dishboard, I got a dishboard. You know what I'm saying? And I said, dang, dude got some flow, like you know what I'm saying? And realizing that was Scarface. So it just came out natural, man, to be honest with you. But from the influence standpoint, it was more so Rakim KRS One, but I ended up sounding like Tupac and Scarface put together, and that's how everybody started perceiving me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because you know when you have your cadence and you have, and even with the Scarface, I agree with that too because I could hear in the delivery of your music, in the delivery of your lyrics, you know, you have that, you know, that deep, and I do, you know how Pac would
Yeah,
would go on my enemies, you know, and that
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
man,
Flex,
is
yeah,
what,
yeah,
flexion,
yeah,
yeah.
the
yeah.
inflection, the tone, and everything like that. I
Hmm.
heard that, but of course, you know, the Scarface was in there, and I mean, Scarface is my top three. It just
That's his
depends on,
dog. That's
Yeah,
his dog.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Scarface ain't no joke, man. And people sleep on that dude, man. He one of the coldest. I
any,
mean, one
anybody
of the
sleeping on
coldest.
when anybody sleeping on Scarface is asleep in death.
Yeah, true that. I agree. I concur with that, man.
And
I,
meeting him, he's a real good dude too, man. He's real
yeah, I
good.
met him in person. I met
Yeah.
Scarface in person. I actually walked up on him. You know what I'm saying? He was down here for one of the jazz festivals, man. And
Hmm.
I was with a friend of mine named Sam, and he said, "There goes Scarface." Well, what blew me away is that I didn't know Scarface was that short. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
thought he was like my height or something. No, this dude's short. You know what I'm saying? He about all of 5 foot something. You know what I mean? But I just walked up to him and I just said, he was talking to somebody. I just told him, like, man, I appreciate your music. I hope you keep doing it. And I just congratulated him on his thing. The dude turned around and was just like, he didn't get all nasty. He was just nothing. He just said, man, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? And I just walked away. You know, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta linger. You know, I ain't
Right.
trying to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
tap him or try to
Yeah.
get out in his ear like, yo, man, can you put me
Bandwagon
on? None
jock
of that.
somebody. Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah,
know, they get tired of
I
that.
ain't do all that, man, because I ain't want to. He was trying to have a good time. He wasn't trying to be, he's talking to his mans. I wasn't trying to get all in his, situation like that. So I just walked away. But it felt good to me to actually meet him in person because he's one of the top tiers that I look up to. You know what I'm saying? So to get the opportunity to meet him was just, one chance in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And he just happened to be over on the river, other side of the river in Kentucky, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And just right there on the rocks by the river. And I just went up and just hollered at him, man. And I felt good about that. I'll never forget that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely was one of my great moments, you know what I'm saying? In meeting a celebrity like that.
that's
Yeah.
dope.
Like those type of stories. Yeah. Because we had a DJ Underground, rest in peace. Worked for Rap a lot, so I got to meet him a few times. Real cool dude, man, and just humble and very great lyricist, man. He's in that
Yeah.
top top echelon of MCs. I don't think he slept on by me. I don't think you're wrong in saying that, but I, this audience right here, we Scarface fans, so
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you, bro. That I could go back to some stuff that he did, and my mind's playing tricks on me.
ooh, still on the ooh,
Hey, hey, you see
right
this? This
there,
this
right
Woo!
this
there.
is this is the
At night
original
I can't
precedent
sleep. I toss and turn.
of
Can the
the
stick in the
mind
dark?
playing visions of bodies
Oh
being
man,
burned, baby.
Dun,
Let's
dun, dun, dun,
go.
boy,
Look
boy,
how
boy, boy.
look how crispy she is. She's nice and
Keep that sucker, bro. That need to
but
be in a boat. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
it is.
Man, you can't touch that without gloves on. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I got about 10 of them, so it's all good.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Ooh, that's a classic right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we hear those influences, and when did you say you felt like when you started putting that pen to pad, you started putting your projects out, and I know you said the name changed a little bit. When did you feel
Mhm.
like, yeah, this is something I can do, and I'm feeling real good about the outputs that the product you was putting out, presenting and giving
Um,
to the world.
at first I wasn't too sure, as a being an artist coming up. Especially in the Cincinnati area where you got a lot of people who you know and everything, and a lot of people who are critical on your skill set when you talk about rhyming and stuff. My strength and all that stuff came from more of my aunt's side of it. Because between her, my mother, and a few other family members, I felt like, putting out a product was like I still was the young, I was basically green. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how you go about doing this or doing that, how to make beats. So I ran into an old classmate back in high school when I went to Northwest High School for a year. Shout out to Lamont Anderson. You know what I'm saying? We ran into each other. He heard me rhyme and spit some rhyme. 'Cause, I used to get cats that asked me to spit something. They wanted to check me out. It wasn't a time that I ain't went somewhere somebody wanted to try to, certify me, as it were. I didn't care about that. I just like to rhyme. You feel me? I just like to do music. So at the end of it all, what ended up happening was that the cats was like, yo, you need to do a record. Let's do something. Let's go to the studio. And that's how I met Elliot Slaughter. Shout out to Slaughter Sound Music. And yep, Elliot Slaughter. I've been recording with Elliot for 25 years, man. I take it back. I take it back 29 years. Yeah, so I know him in both his spots, and the final where he's at now. And he he was making beats for me. He's doing all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And as time went on, I basically started realizing, okay, how do you put a good record together? What do you need to do? Everybody didn't know what to do. Some people do, some people don't. But as I went on, I started learning more about the business side, like how to get those licenses, publishing, and all that stuff. So I got the back end first before I really knew how to do the product. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got educated, because Lamont put me onto that. And of course, as years went past, I got tutelage through all that, and then I went to Full Sail University, got some more stuff, and then that cemented how to put out a product. Now I put out some records. Not too good of a mix, not too good of a mastering. So it's trial and error. So at the final moment of it all, I think when I came out with my third record or third album, that's what kind of started helping me realize, okay, the mix need to be better. The mastering need to be better. This need to be better. I got to spit these verses like I'm rapping at a concert. You know what I'm saying? Or a bunch of people. I can't be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna hear me. You know what I mean? So I got to be as enthusiastic as if I was performing live. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up getting to a better product, and over trial and error, that's what ended up happening. And here's what you have today. You know what I'm saying? That cemented me throughout the years. So it's just like I would tell somebody, you get the seed, you plant the seed, start to get watered, and they just grow until it become that big oak tree. And then the branches just keep growing. They reach out and reach out and reach out, but you still got a strong foundation because you had to learn from the bottom to get to that top.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, well, the tree is branching up, North.
I appreciate it, man. A lot of hard work in that, trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I like that, just getting the mix, and you know how critical artists, producers of are their own.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no doubt.
They heard it 1,000 times, but they still like, man, I wish I could change. Everybody else, man, that's a hit. Like, I still don't like that one little ad lib.
I'm gonna give you a funny story, and you go find it funny. I think I told you this before when we had that meeting. We was talking. So the regional person who was the biggest promoter here, what was her name? I can't think of her name offhand, but she was the biggest promoter here in our region, and she worked down at ARC.
Judy Jones.
Judy. Okay. So
we had her on about 5 episodes ago.
Okay. So here's the funny. She may not remember me, but I remember what happened.
Okay.
So I came across Judy, I think when they were having this, I don't know if y'all remember when they was trying to get cats to come to this big conference in Chicago, but they were starting here in Cincinnati, and you had to present your music. You know what I'm saying? They judge whether or not it's good enough. So remember that record I told you that didn't sound too great?
Yeah.
I gave them that record. All right. And these dudes picked me. Okay. This is my album. This is like an EP. This is when I was going by LTR.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they picked me, and then somebody said, "Well, take it to Judy Jones," or they. So somehow I got into her hands. So I had to go. I live downtown, so I could just walk right on up there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I'm going into this big executive building. Well, I didn't know I was walking into a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like a bunch of CDs and people was working in there. I'm just like, well, what
Records,
the hell is this?
boxes all over the place. Yeah.
Boxes everywhere, man. And they had they had the merchandise. So let me tell you what Judy accused me of, though. Now, you remember when you said I sound like Pac or Scarface?
Mm-hmm.
She thought I took one of Tupac's songs, put it on a CD, and said that was me.
Mm.
Now, she said, you stole Tupac's music, didn't you? No, it's all me. She
That's
said,
actually
no,
tough,
it
too.
ain't. No, this
That's
was
actually
not
tough.
you. Now, that was probably the biggest compliment and insult I ever got in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't believe that it was me on the record. Now, I told you that the record was not mixed or mastered perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I had it all printed out, everything professionally printed, done through disc makers and everything. I had all of that, right? She swore up and down that that was not me and it was a Tupac song. She thought it was all Tupac. There's maybe 6 songs on there. So she gave me an offer. At the time I'm broke. I can't afford that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that kind of bread. I don't sell no dope. This is all, real situations. You know what I'm saying? Me
Right.
working. So I couldn't afford the numbers that she was talking about. And she was gonna take me to 3 cities and all that. So I couldn't do it because I just didn't have the bread, man. I was on like a super fixed income. So, but at the same time, she thought I was Tupac. She thought that was a Tupac song. All of them. And she said, nah, this ain't you. This Tupac. She swore up and down and said she thought it was Tupac. So that's a little story I wanted to share with y'all about what happened to me and the influence with the Pac situation when I wasn't even listening to Pac like that at all.
I can hear her. I can hear in her country twang voice. I can hear her saying, "This ain't you. This Tupac."
That's
Well,
exactly
she's
how she
always
said it. That's exactly how she said it.
and she's very direct.
Yeah, and she wasn't
don't
big.
fuck
She
her.
wasn't laughing or nothing. She was dead serious. She
And I
said,
know, and I've been down the arc so many times. I know her seat. I know where she sat, and I can just
"Yep."
tell. I can tell how she looked at you when she
She
said
looked, yeah, man. She looked right up there and said, "You stole Tupac's music, didn't you?" No, and obviously I couldn't steal it. I don't know who. I didn't even know who Pac was at the time like that. Man, she just was like, "You stole his music, put it on this record." He said it was yours. I said no, and I got the same situation at the conference. They thought I
"Mm,
took Tupac songs, put it on the record, and I still to this day don't understand. Y'all the ones with the ears, right? You know how stuff's supposed to sound, right? And you know the perfection. But somehow I slid in. Wow. So yeah, man.
what was the name
I
of that
blew
song?"
me away, bro. Blew me
Out of,
away.
out of curiosity, what was the name of that song?
So I had an album called The Legend of LTR. But
Mhm.
she accused me of all the songs being Tupac's. Every
Oh,
last
not
one of
just
them.
one. Okay,
Not
yeah.
just one, it was 6 joints. She said all of them was Tupac songs. She didn't even
Mm,
pick a favorite. She just said, you stole Tupac's music and put it on this CD and put
that
your
ain't
picture on it.
that ain't even
Like,
play.
no.
That's plagiarism. She
Super
said the whole
plagiarism.
album.
But the whole thing, bro, it was an EP. I said,
Mm,
okay, no, it's all me. Everything is me. And that's when she was like, okay, let me dwell on it. Let me see how I can get this out, so on and so forth. I just couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that was an opportunity missed because during them times, brothers was working and,
mhm.
I didn't have no street situations, you know what I'm
I
saying,
get
to
it.
build that, that
She
kind
dealt
of
with budget.
capital.
She dealt with
Yeah.
budget.
So,
Yeah,
so yeah, definitely.
that's hilarious. Judy Jones has probably been mentioned on this podcast almost more than anybody.
Any
Hey,
single
man.
artist that lived or worked in Cincinnati at one point in time, everybody knows Miss Judy Jones.
Yes, indeed, man. Like I said, y'all icons around here, man. And don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, yeah, I was on here with G Fresh. Oh, I know who G Fresh is. Or if I say Ghost Boogie, they gonna know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna say, wait a minute. And they're gonna tell you how much your legacy is out there, and you just didn't know how big it was. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
shout out to y'all, man. Y'all some
Appreciate it.
pioneers who laid down some lot of foundation out here, man, and build a lot of houses out here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people know who y'all are. So you doing these kind of things right now is just solidifying the temple you already built years ago.
Well, I like to see everybody cutting the grass and watering the lawn because that's what y'all doing. If we started
Right?
it, y'all
Feel that.
y'all taking y'all
Feel
making
that.
y'all making the neighborhood look beautiful.
That's what's up, man.
Community.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So when you started to record, right? The thing that I was always I want to ask is as you start and you start picking up your pen and you start putting yourself out there, you start emceeing in front of people, start presenting your art to people, and then of course you have that first time that you transition and actually go to a real studio where you've put money down for a certain amount of time and it starts to become like this real thing instead of like going to your homie's home studio or something like that,
Hmm.
and you go to a studio where you're renting time out and they've got the whole nine. Tell me about the first time you actually went into the studio and that memory and like what was
That
in your
would
mind.
be
That
Beatbox.
Beatbox.
Beatbox
Beatbox was
Studio
the
is my
first
first memory
studio.
too, bro.
Yeah, man. Dave was down there. He
Dave.
ran in the
Dave and
thing,
Art. Oh yeah.
He had Cheese down
That's right.
there.
He's
Rest
coming.
in, rest in peace.
And he
Went to
had
high school with him.
yeah, so it was like he had the one upstairs first, and then it wasn't like all plushed out then because he
Yeah.
just had the equipment and all that up in the upstairs part. But when you came downstairs, which
To
is
that
on the
very
street
first
level,
room.
that one room was the full blown. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to get into that studio. It was my first introduction to. Well, let me take that back. Let me back up a little bit. No, it was. He was the first studio I ever been to. Then there was another guy who had a studio out in his house, and he was on the reel to reel, so he was still using the reel tape.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying to record. I can't think of his name right at the moment, but he had his
Where was
own
he
lab
at?
out in. I want to say he was in Bond Hill, like on that side where if you're going Reading Road, them houses that sit on the other side of Bond Hill, going, you got to keep going all the way up until
Was
you
it
get to
Angelo?
where
Was it Santangelo?
I want to say it is. Not sure though, but he was an
Okay.
older gentleman,
Hmm.
and he
Yeah.
ran it in his house.
The other way
And
was the other way was Alpha Recording. I know we used to go there. That was on
it
Reading Road.
might could have been. I'm not sure. I can't think of his name offhand, but I know we went to his spot, and he had it in his house, and you had to go to the back to get into the studio because he cut it all the way off from his house, so you couldn't even get. You know what I mean? I went. That was the second studio, and then I think the final situation for me is when I ended up at Elliot Slaughter's spot, and that was it. After that, after I met Elliot, there was no other studio to go to, and that's when I initially got into those studio situations and stuff. Because at first, like you said, you got people that say they recording you, and you have an open mic thing, and we was rapping over Pee Wee Herman old instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, in my cousin's basement with two turntables, and that's high school, man. We
Right.
ain't know what to do. I don't even know if I still got them old tapes, but man, yeah,
Or
we was in.
tracking, yeah. Pause
We
music.
just recording over instrumentals, and you know that was it. But getting in a real lab, that was all beatbox. I don't think there's nobody on the face of this planet in Cincinnati that's from our era that don't remember going through beatbox. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first studio, man. The very first. Not that anything came from it, but for my first experience, it was beatbox.
That's dope, man. Because I mean, honestly, I don't know about you, but the first time we were at Beatbox, we wasted pretty much. We laid down the track and everything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And had the beat, like I had the beat ready, and because the homie Contracts Valentino was my engineer, and Cheese, pretty much left us to it while he and the rest of the MCs went to go get some greenery for the session,
Right.
and I came in and was like, "Yo, Tino," and at that time he was T Zone, and I was like, "Yo, this is what I got," and I had the Lattimore "Let's Straighten It Out" sample, and
Mm-hmm.
sampled that one up, chopped that one up, and then threw some keys and some drops in it and everything like that. By the time that they got back about 45 minutes later, because we had the beat ready in about 15, 20 minutes, and then when they came in, it was just on, and then they laid everything down, but then the rest of it was everybody just getting in the booth and freestyling and all of that other stuff, when
Mm-hmm.
we probably
Yeah.
could have dropped we could have put a
Man, you know what I'm
whole
saying?
nother
I mean,
song instead of bullshitting, because we were in the
yeah, man.
studio, like,
You just
oh
more excited to be in the studio and recording
man,
something than you are just really realizing business. You know what I'm
because you're
saying? And
like you're in a real
right.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, you geeked on that. I done wasted so much money in them situations, man. And yo, man, it was like, bro, what am I doing? You know what I'm
Have a
saying?
plan when you go to the studio. Have a
Yeah,
plan,
man.
people.
And that was it, man. Now I forgot to mention, I did have another studio I went to, Sean Kenny, who was
Sean
here.
Kenny, shout out to
Yeah,
Sean.
I did with Sean Kenny. Sean was cool, man. He really was. I remember he had the studio in Bond Hill in that little shopping area,
Near
little
where the wings used
plaza.
to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So he was up in there, and that's how I met him through Johan. So he had his spot, and did a recording up in there. Um, Actually, I recorded my first album in there. My first EP is where I recorded at his spot, and he was the one
Hmm.
that did the mixing and mastering.
He had
So
a good sound coming out of there, and
yeah, he did. You know,
he
at the
worked with some of
time,
my artists too, and like Rising
yeah, yeah,
Sun. Yeah.
he had the thing. He even put that one girl, what's her name? Start with a
D'Amico.
J.
Uh,
She did a remix with Method Man for one of her songs,
Janelle.
and
Johnny,
Janelle.
Shawnee, yup, I met
yeah,
her
Johnny
before
was
she became
cold.
what she was. You know, I knew her before she became, you know, the
Hmm.
artist like that, and she got the
Round and
deal.
round.
Yeah, yup. And I thought the joint was pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it didn't do too well. And you know what I'm saying? And I still see the video. I mean, it was real. I like the joint, to be honest. Even without the Method Man situation.
Yeah, that was the
But
remix.
still,
So I mean,
yeah. So
it
it was
did its
dope.
second single, and yeah,
Yeah.
I like her
So
stuff.
you know, I haven't seen her since, but yeah, so that's how I met all them. Uh, I think DJ Uwap was up in there, and I knew
Shout out to
Uwap
Uwa.
from, yeah, I knew Uwap when he was DJing down at the underground uh,
Yep.
club and all that. So that's how I
Shout out
met
to the
him. And
underground.
yeah, that man, he talk about some thangy things, fun times, bro, fun times.
Man, you talk about some thanky things in there. There
Yeah,
was some
Shout out
man.
to
thanky
Uwap.
things in there, man.
Yeah, man.
Uwap was in my record port. He didn't have his money. He said, "Man, he told me and Dibs. He said, "Man, I'm about to go DJ on top of everybody. So I'll be back in about a half hour." And you know, somebody say something, you don't catch it. Then we said, "Did this
Yeah,
nigga just say he was gonna DJ on top of the store?" And he
right.
did. And he came back with
Wow.
his record pool money. I said, "Hey, I ain't mad at you."
Get
Hey,
that
hey,
money
man, I ain't
fast.
either, man. He did his thing at the underground, man, for a minute. So
Yeah.
I was always in that booth back there with him, man, and he definitely, you know, was doing his thing because I used to be a bouncer there. So you know what I'm saying, I would go back there, check, you know, kick it with him for a little bit, and I was frequent there. And damn, if he ain't have a whole lot of sound coming out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Hmm.
a lot of DJs that came through there, but he was the most one that stood out because he always had them dreads, bro. He had the whole wraparound crown and everything, man. So I remember
Hmm.
Ubop, man. Yep. So yeah, that's basically how it went down for me with the studio stuff.
Uwap was a West Side brother. He was relatively close to me, so it was always whenever I was passing his spot, I'd pull up into his apartment complex, like, "What you doing, man?"
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Mixed
No
out.
doubt. Right.
Yeah, man. You mentioned a lot of good hip hop names here in the Queen City in the
Oh
513.
yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt.
So
Damn. So beatbox, like, so what was your first official, like, when you would say, all right, this is my first official project that as a whole, you know what I mean? This is, I've got my concepts together, I got everything
Right.
together, and this is that first release. What was it? When was it?
That was during Sean Kenny days, man. Beatbox, like you said, I was just in there, messing around, bro. I was not, I ain't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, recording a record, that was just re-recording it just to play for friends, just to have something to brag about. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
you wasn't even. It was on tape. I mean, it wasn't like you got a whole reel. You ain't. Man, I didn't even know what DAT machines were, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I went in there and recorded, it was like I'm just wasting money. I'm throwing money away. I'm just all geeked about going to the studio. When I got to Sean Kenny and I had met a dude named Swift. Y'all might know Swift. His name Charles Phillips. Shout out to Swift.
I
Yes,
Um,
know of
we
him.
do.
yeah. So Swift got me to a point where he was producing beats for me, and then he the one introduced me to Sean, and then that's how it got to okay, we need to start putting a project together for you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's how the LTR, sequence started, and that's what solidified it. And then I start understanding we got to put a record together. It has to be solid. This is what I need to do, so on and so forth. Um, that came first. After that, like I said, I met with my homeboy LA, which aka Lamont Anderson. He took me from that point, and we had recorded a lot of songs, but we didn't never have a real record. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
Elliot, I was at his spot, recording, but I had all these songs. I mean, Elliot got so much of a library on me, bruh. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? We talking about we went all the way back, man. I mean, my child wasn't even born then. You know what I'm saying? So um and then after that, in between that time, that's when I went to Sean Kenny's spot. Then that's when I actually recorded something, got it mixed and mastered, got the copyrights, got the publishing, got it under a record label, which is my own. And I started out with Candlelight Entertainment, which is still in existence to this day. And that
Mhm.
was the first label I started. And then I put it under that. And then that's how, the legend of LTR came about. You know what I'm saying? And then um, learn how to go to a photographer, get the whole pictures done and
Mm.
all the background, the graphics, and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Now, let me bust y'all head with something real quick. So the LTR thing, right? Now you gotta remember I made this decades ago, okay?
Mhm.
A dude reached out from something blog. It's something blog. It's where they sell a whole bunch of old school joints online, but
Okay.
it's open for everybody in the world to come and get it. You know what I'm saying? So funny story. He hit me up and asked me, "Do I got any more LTR um, CDs?" I came to find out that this dude found my CD somewhere in Toledo
Hmm.
at a video exchange music store. Somebody traded it in, like how we used to have the one in Clifton. All right.
Mhm.
You take records, you take video games, you take whatever, traded it in. This dude bought it, put it on this website, and sold it for $500. I'm gonna let
So
y'all marinate on that for a
so one
second.
one copy sold it for one copy.
One copy, bro. Now, keep in mind, and he sold it to somebody overseas, and they
I was
bought
about
it
to
for
say that.
500, for
Mm.
$500, thinking, looking at it as a classic. The reason why I bring this story up is to say to all of y'all out there, don't you ever think your music cannot sell or be important to other people outside of the United States. Because when they hear that record and they love that record, there is no price they will pay for that record because they think it's a classic. You see what I'm saying? The dude obviously who bought it thought it was a classic. So the guy that sold it to him asked me if I had any more, and he was going to buy it at $100 a pop. But unfortunately, this maker's lost all the data for me to get it redone, and I didn't have none of the artwork no more.
Oh, wow.
So I think it was called Discog or something like that, and they sell old school all music of every genre is on there. And this is a CD, bro. This ain't vinyl. This is a CD, right? So with that being said, the salty look on my face was like, you understand what I'm saying? 500, bro. He bought it for maybe all of $5 somewhere, and he sold this thing online for
1,000% profit.
$500.
Woo. And I also would say this, like, you know, because you're like, man, that was one of my older projects. It might be old to you. It's new to somebody else.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
never
man.
say, oh, it's old and that's my bad. No, somebody here is new. It's like brand new to them.
Right, right. And that's why I say to people, man, it don't matter if somebody think you whack in your own city. It don't matter who think you whack anywhere. But that overseas situation, man, let me tell you, you just never know who's out there collecting stuff, man. Just because it's old, just because they holding on to it. Now, what happens when I become infamous, right? And this dude got this $500 CD that's now worth millions.
Right.
You feel me? I'm almost ready to go find this dude and kidnap my own record. You know what I'm saying?
Buy it back,
And hold it for ransom. You feel me? I'm just saying. Because this brother,
Like, yo,
man. So that's what I mean, man. Not to get long-winded with the answer, but that's just, I wanted to share that with y'all because that's what happened when I got serious about one record that I didn't think was going to be nothing. And then find out maybe a decade later, this dude hits me up out of the blue, found my email, hit me up, and was like, yeah, man. And then he gave me advice on how to sell the records online. You feel me?
Okay.
So on this particular website. So yeah, man, at the time, it was a bad time. I didn't have nothing, no copies, no nothing, because it was all gone. I ain't had none of the artwork no more. And the dude sold it for 500, man. True story.
I still feel your pain on this one because I've had something similar. I mean, losing material or not having it ready when it's time to strike
you just never know, man.
But
imagine how much stuff y'all got out there right now that you don't even know. If you put it on this site that he was talking about, that it could sell for thousands of dollars. Just one.
I've did some remixes, and I found them on random sites 4 or 5 years later. Like people just scouring the internet, find like, oh, this is a remix of this, or this is that. I've given out so many beat CDs that I've forgotten. I'm literally was at a club and somebody was performing, and I said, man, that beat sound familiar. Then the artist looked and was like, oh, shout out to G Fresh. I rocked that one. I said, man, I gave you that beat CD 6 years ago, and if I recall, you won your cup of tea. But he said, I pulled it out, I dusted it off, and these is all the sounds I like now. I was like, okay.
Yep. Opinions change, man. Real quick, real fast. So you never know. Just look yourselves up, man. You never know. One of y'all records might be out there at an auction. Yeah, I'm just saying, B. Real talk, man. Hey, if somebody can buy a VCR tape of Star Wars unwrapped for $1.5 million, what you think they're gonna do with you, man? Come on.
Now I don't know if I'm Darth Vader, but that's dope.
I'm saying though, a VHS tape, bro, for 1.5. Okay.
VHS. Unwrap, man, because it'd be disintegrated by now.
I'm saying. So yeah, man. That's pretty much how that all came about. Fucking with the records, man.
That's classic. Well, let's
So
get
now
in. Oh, go ahead, but
it's some music. Yeah, I was gonna say it's time. Like I wanted to get into some of your music, but I know that Fresh had mentioned that you had an exclusive for us. Do you have a link for us to be able to get the whole song? Is it published? Is it out there?
I think
Can we
I
drop
sent it
it?
to y'all directly, so I'm not sure if you got that. I sent it in a we transfer for you with a
let's
couple other
see.
joints in there too.
I think
Did you send it to Fresh?
Yeah, I sent it to your
Okay.
email.
I
And then
forwarded
just
to
forward it.
you.
Did you? All right, let me
Uh,
take a look
yeah.
here. Because the
Yeah, it's in a
one
we
was like a
transfer.
real.
Yeah, I sent it
It's
straight off to you, and it's got Real Stupid in there along with some other songs.
word. Let me get that, find that, and then
And it's on your
y'all
Spotify as well, right?
Yeah, it is. It just came out Tuesday on Spotify.
so it is on Spotify.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful. Then I
Uh,
got it that way. But I can transfer it down later too. And I'll play it when I DJ on my streams.
hey, sound
I
like a
do want
plan.
to I do want to let everybody know tomorrow night or morning. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm a kidney cancer survivor. My grandmothers both battled, and one lost their lives to breast cancer. My one grandmother beat it twice and ended up passing away to pancreatic cancer. The other one, the cancer spread out throughout her body because it was early on and they didn't have detection. And it got in all the way down to her bones and all of that stuff. So, this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. And I've been honored and privileged to be able to be a part of this raid train for the last 3 years. It's been going on for 4 years. It's raised uh, upwards close to $200,000 for breast cancer research. There are between starting tomorrow all the way going to Halloween. There is going to be every single day for over 12 to 13 hours every single day. Dope hip hop and just dope DJs, not just hip hop, but dope DJs that are all from around the world. This was put on by brother and has been led by a brother out of Cleveland, Ohio, or up northeastern Ohio, DJ D Man, and is just a great individual, and the work and everything that he has put into this. This is not some rinky dink thing. This is absolutely one of, if not the best organized raid trains that I've ever seen and been a privilege to be a part of, because I've got all types of everything. He's got everything really laid out. So now to give y'all a heads up as far as tomorrow when you can check my set out, because I'm actually going to be for the very first time introducing my son and daughter, my twins, Lil Boogie and Baby Boogie. They're going to be on and joining me for my stream, because I'm going to be introducing my family and letting everybody know. So it starts off tomorrow at 9 a.m. with DJ LV, and then at 11 a.m. he'll be raiding me. This is an Eastern time, so I'll be on at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Pacific. And then I'll raid into DJ Bizone and DJ Thwop, Mike City, Liddell the DJ, Diva, and then DJ Deuce. That's the lineup for that day. And then it continues to go on. I am all of this. I have $1,000 goal that has been given to me and assigned to me. I have not been able to reach that goal yet, but if you guys are out there and you're interested in donating to, not to me, but to Beats for a Cure, which
Beats
all
for Cure.
everything goes directly to breast cancer awareness, and all donations are tax deductible. Of course, you will want to check with your tax professional. But yes, please check in tomorrow because you will be able to meet my kiddos. Mama Boogie said, bump all that. I'm not going to be on camera. You can kiss my, kiss my rear. I was like, it's all good. No problem. No problem. So I wanted my whole family to be on there, but I was like, I ain't going to put you out there. Like, it's all good.
Right,
But,
right.
But the kiddos are going to get down, so it's going to be an opportunity for people to meet the kiddos and check it out. I won't be going raw. And then the other thing is that this room, like, so as soon as we end this podcast, I'm breaking all what you see down. I've already broken everything down where I DJ and all my records and everything, because this room was damaged by our hail and had water damage. So they've got to repaint all of this, and it's been a big pain in the ass, but I'm happy to have it over. So I'm going to be DJing from one of my living areas downstairs and just kicking it. We're going guerrilla style, you know what I mean? So
That's what's up. That's what's up.
so we're going to be mixing open format tomorrow. We're going to be playing some of my children's favorite funk classics and some hip hop classics and some current stuff. And I encourage you all to tune in. I really appreciate anybody in the community that could come through and show some support for us, and definitely turn up. Beats for a Cure. It's an amazing foundation. It's an Ohio founded foundation, but this thing is worldwide and huge. So salute to DJ D Man and all of the dope DJs that are going to be on this lineup for almost 7 days, going that way. So check it out, y'all. So
Nice.
I remember this jumping off last year. So yeah, keep that ball rolling. Everybody support. A lot of people in the chat. It affects everybody. My mom's a 2-time breast cancer survivor, father prostate, doing well. So F cancer. Let's roll.
No doubt,
Yeah,
man. Big shout out to you, bros. Both of you.
Thank you.
I actually lost a friend who died from breast cancer, and it came back with a vengeance after the second time around. So I understand the importance of it, man. And I want to reintegrate. Please get checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't just stop at breast cancer. Please get checked out for your colon cancer, especially gentlemen who are over 50 or at 50. Please schedule that appointment. It's important you do that because that's how Chadwick got taken out of here. You know what I'm saying? From colon cancer. So
hey, check it out.
Important, man.
I had my I had a colonoscopy done on Monday this week, and the last time that I had one ended up putting me into a situation where when I woke up, my wife was crying, and everybody was all rushing me, and all these folks came in and was telling me, look, bro, like, you probably would have been dead within 6 months, and this thing was huge and all of that stuff. And I went ahead and went home, but because of the size of everything, I ended up bleeding out internally to the point where by the time they got me in ICU, within I would say 20 minutes of me being ICU, I coded and was dead legally and had to be brought back to life. And when I woke up, my kids were just a little bit, they were babies. They were babies. And I spent 14 days in ICU and another 7 days in what I call Gen Pop. And the biggest thing that I came away from when I woke up, the first thing I thought about was I ain't gonna die in Ohio. So I ain't gonna die in Cincinnati, fam. So I moved, we made it happen and got out to Denver because I love it, the mountains out here. No slight against Cincinnati, but I was just like, I didn't want to be a cat that, you know what I mean? So
lay them bones in Denver. I ain't
man. I ain't dying in Cincinnati. I ain't dying in Ohio, bro. Just say, look, just
Oh,
take me and catapult me over to Kentucky.
right.
I'll be cool.
Hey, give me, just cross me a little bit over the water. I'll drop dead over there.
Look, I'm a dirty white boy from the West Side. You know what I mean?
Get
I
me
call
out of here,
myself
man.
a ghetto Billy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be growing up like I was like, we out. We're going to the mountains. That's all there is to it. So either way, I
That's good.
I filled all that time just to be able to pull up some of your music on, of course, Spotify, and looking
Gotcha.
for the new single, right? And it's
Threw
Yeah,
that
that's
link.
real. It is real stupid.
I
Yep.
threw that
right.
link in the chat. Let's start with that right here on B Boys Underground exclusive. We got Blakk
Exclusive.
North. We gonna get real stupid with real stupid. It's a real good song, y'all. Check it out.
Yeah.
Are
So
you ready, Boogie?
do you have you don't have a video for this yet, but you do have
No,
videos for
not
other
yet.
content. Yeah.
Actually, had funny story. I sent it to G Fresh's cousin. Okay.
Hmm.
Like I said, we go back way back then, you know. And the first thing he said, I asked him, "But did you listen to the song?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to shoot a video for it." So I'm like, "Okay." So
Hmm.
yeah, we gonna be talking about that soon. Let's see what he got, what kind of ideas he got, man. And yeah, I got an idea for it, man.
Shout out to
So definitely.
Johan because he wasn't doing that, and we had one of our former guests on here, Mr. Jones. We pushed
Hmm.
him into doing it, and he filmed the videos for a project me and him
Yeah,
was doing. And
yeah.
so Johan's like, man, I don't do that no more, cuz. I said, come on, man, it's your cuz, it's your big cuz, it's your big cuz. And
Right,
we got him
right. He man, that's a multi-talented
very
brother.
talented.
I remember when he was making beats and he was rhyming.
Oh, he was
He's
cold.
in he is in one of my music videos. In fact, he's we got this still online to this day. He's in the video for that. He's rhyming, doing his thing. He the one that taught me how to do graphics. He the one that taught me how to do beats. He taught me a lot, man.
He did the
And
artwork for me and my brother. You know, we first cousins.
bruh,
Yeah.
bruh. But y'all gotta let me tell you something about G Fresh right here, okay? Y'all got a enormous family, famous people, okay? Out in Chicago, yeah, I know your secret, bro. But I ain't gonna tell it. You understand? But just know that this brother don't just come from just a simple family. They come from a family that they might be in the FBI, you just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? They might be CIA, whatever. These people are well-known, famous people. We're not going to get into that because that's not what this is about. But I just want you to know that this dude right here you see on this TV, on this station, on this everything, comes from a well-balanced background. You understand? It's not a person in his family that's not in film, television, some kind of something music, and
Entertainment.
all around everything. Everything. I just didn't know how big his damn family was. That's how I didn't know
We
until
get
I
around.
met Johan. So I'm
We
just
get
saying.
around. We get around.
Hey, so
Thank
check
you,
it
brother.
out. If you could please give us the backstory on, because I always like to give the artists an opportunity to give us a peek into your mind when you were writing the song, coming up with the concept of the song, what you were intending it for it to be, or any type of backstory that you could give to give the listeners and the viewers more context to what it is that they're getting ready to hear, so they can get
Right.
even more quality out of their first listen.
So how can Real Stupid came about? I was shopping for beats. You know, I usually get beats off of certain websites or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's how I keep up with the records. And shout out to Triple A Beats, the person that made the track. And I heard the track and I was like, but the crazy part is when it's something catchy like this track is, I start singing the hook in my head, you
Okay.
know, and I started hearing it real stupid out here. You feel what I'm saying? So I just kept hearing it over and over. And as I was sitting there, all of a sudden, I'm a firm believer when God wants you to do something, he just downloads the information into your head, and all of a sudden you just do it. It just comes
Okay.
natural. I wrote the song in a day. I recorded it the next day.
Okay.
Um, and it came to me just like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, but what I want to do is I want you when you play it, I'm going to tell you something about this song after the fact because I want to see how people, what people react to or whatnot. Because there is a little something I did different on this record, and a lot of people didn't catch it. And if you've seen any of the promo videos of all the reviews that came from different people, I got like 7 of them from different DJs to different artists to different poets and people who know me who did a review, you'll find out that they didn't know this until after the fact. So the way this record came off is just it came out political and it talked about some of the Diddy situation, which is not just about Diddy. You got the R. Kelly problems, you got the all that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give you a 2-side scenario and just emphasize on what's going on in the world today and what they're keeping us focused on that distracts us from what they're doing somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Diversion.
You know what I'm saying?
Tactics.
Yeah, it's just keeping you like me and you, all 3 of us, everybody else is distracted by something else, but what they ain't telling you is what they really doing somewhere else. So I wanted to kind of put that record together and it came out the way it did. At first I was a little on the fence and said, I'm doing something different that I didn't do. I do it on other records, but I don't do it together. And I wanted to see how this gonna mesh. And man, I ain't heard nothing but, bruh, are you freaking kidding me? One artist told me, man, you just gave me an idea. And I said, yeah, roll with it. I don't got no problem with, you know what I'm saying? Sharing ain't no problems. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to share it with y'all after the fact when he played the record. I will tell you what happened.
Well, here it is, folks. The links are in the chat for you folks that are watching this on the replay. In the chat, you have an option. You link up and it says like chat for the video, but there's a little button where it says live chat and it'll show you all the links during these time codes, where it is and where we dropped it. So go to that section right there to be able to click the link which will take you directly to the Spotify song Real Stupid right here.
Hold on. B-Boys Underground exclusive. Blakk North brings Real Stupid.
That's right, exclusive. You hear to hear first.
I like that.
B-Boys Underground. Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, give me some noise, man. Give me some of that shit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there we
boys
go.
and girls, children of all ages, across the globe, galaxy, solar system, universe, metaverse, all the verses. Loud B-Boys Underground to give you the one and only exclusive first sneak peek of Real Stupid.
Blakk.
Nah, not that. This one. I get real stupid, y'all.
And real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. And real stupid. Got the wrong seasoning, sprinkle for the taste. The chef say he cooking, but lying to your face. Everybody got a plan with a tool in their hand. You can act like you're super, but they killing off the man. Got bananas in the clips, spitting metal from the lips. Blowing chunks out your body, now the ribs are coming tips. I don't know how you don't get it with kids on the line, cause they got to go to school with death on their mind. Living hell like they comfortable since Columbine, with kids in the hood had to live it all the time. Gun control this, gun control that. The stats going up, and that's just a fact. Making millions to gazillions, reduce the people by billions, and that's the real truth, and that's how they feel it. And real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. And real stupid. And real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. And real stupid. People play the mind, they mimic what they see. Dummy can't peep when dummy can't flee. They drinking from the same well just to be a star, but they don't understand that they now an avatar. You can see all the cars, you can have all the riches, but when it comes time, you got to pay that tuition. Should have paid attention to them signs you was getting, but you blocked out the vision, so you can't keep pretending. A star being born was a statement, not a mission. Your tunnel ain't the light, but a darker apparition. Now you go to jail, everything fail. You're seeking so fast, all your friends bail. They check your career, put it deep underground, then check you somewhere that's lost and never found. And real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. And real stupid. And real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. Real stupid out here. And real stupid. Better wake up. 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 Better wake up.
Man.
Okay,
You heard it first, y'all. Man.
Thank you.
Digging that.
Thank you. Okay, so now I can tell you. So a lot of people think it's two artists on there.
Mhm.
It's only one.
I heard
There
the
is
voice
nobody
change.
else on there. It's
I
all me, man.
I said I think
That
that's still him, but I heard that
yeah,
fluctuation
it's
change. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, what I do is I could flip my voice naturally like that. I could go into a different higher pitch voice or something like that. I've been doing it for years. Your cousin was like, he know because he's been there. You see what I'm saying? So he seen
Right.
me doing it for years. And a lot of people didn't know. So no, it's not two artists on there. It's all me. So that's just me. This is the first time I've ever put it on a record together. You know what I'm saying? So what you
instead of
hearing,
doing
right? So what you hearing is it's me, and it's how I flip my voice when I'm in the lab. I can flip my voice without any kind of effects or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to let everybody know.
yeah, I caught it because I was this like I don't remember seeing anybody featured on here. I said, no, I think that's still him.
Right, right,
But I
right.
knew that
Yeah.
the temperature of the voice changed. I heard that.
Yeah, yeah, and I just went straight into it naturally. So my homeboy in New York, Has Boogie, shout out to Has Boogie. He definitely was like, "Yo, wait a minute, you telling me it's two? Wait, that's not." He was just like, "Hold on, man,
Yeah.
that's you." I was like, "Yeah, man, I just flipped my voice naturally." So everybody else who heard it, shout out to my homegirl Tammy Thomas. She's a poet down in North Carolina. Uh, she was saying the same thing. And my man Jonathan Coleman, they all North Carolinians, and they all was just listening to it like, nah, man, hold on, wait a minute, what? So yeah, man, that's even my homegirl Serene Solutions, shout out to her. She's been around for years. She's out of Dallas, Texas, and she listened to it and said the same thing. So that's the secret, y'all. It ain't nobody else on the record. That's all me.
I like it. Like it. Little ear candy.
Yeah, yeah, just try something different, man. You know what I'm
You
saying?
should
I was a little
charge
on the fence,
you should
but yeah.
charge them twice, or charge yourself for featuring on your own track.
Yeah.
You get all the residual.
Hey, business models by
There we
G
go.
Dash Fresh. You know what I'm saying?
They sound like
Please
jokes.
join.
I ain't playing.
See, he ain't joking either. You know what I'm saying? Please join our class next week
I ain't
with G
bullshitting.
Dash Fresh. G Dash Fresh
Oh, that's
with
funny.
co-host Ghost Boogie. They're gonna break down the music business to you.
Right. Indubitably.
And then we said, expeditiously. Yeah,
And
man. So yeah.
all them big ass motherfucking words. Yeah.
Right, yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we getting some good feedback on there. Miss Cat said it was
Absolutely.
hot. Sounds southern.
Right. I guess that's why most southern people caught on to it real quickly, man.
Yeah,
So
it
they
had the
really
good
loved it.
had the good beat drop in it, and you flowed it real good. And like
I
the
appreciate
content,
it.
caught the
I
Columbine
appreciate it.
references, and the things of
Yeah.
what we like you said. You know, when I was playing checkers with my father when I was younger, I'm sitting there focusing. He'd start tapping on the side of the board like this, and I'm looking over there like, "What you doing?" He said, "That's a distraction. Just keep focused." He said, "I got you looking over here instead of looking at the board."
Wow.
He would be
Oh, he
tapping
tried
over
to
here.
hit you. He hit you with the
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker lesson. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but
Don't
he
be
told me what
distracted.
he was doing. But he doing
Right,
it with
right,
other people, and they like, "Smitty, why you keep tapping the board?" Oh,
right.
and well, he over here
He-
moving this piece.
that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so dope,
Gor-
dope, man.
Gorilla Strong said you have an ultra ego like Shock G. You can get into the
Yeah,
different
man.
voices and characters.
I even use characters in the beginning of songs where we got another joint that's coming out next month called "I Don't Care," featuring me and Has Boogie
Hmm.
and Ashley. I'm sorry, Donique Ashley. Basically, in at the beginning of it, I talk with a voice that sounds like a Southern guy on the phone, like, "What's up, man? What you doing, man? You know what you trying to do, man? You gotta hear this, man. You know what I'm saying?" And people don't differentiate that as me talking to
Okay.
myself on the phone. So I use that as a ploy to try to bring in more attention to the record so that people be like, "Yo, damn, this dude doing little story bits and oh, I want to make the record fun and at the same time tell you some serious stuff." Because that's what I
Yeah,
am, a
yeah,
truthologist. You know what I'm saying? That's my
I
own
like
little
that
word that I
term.
came up,
I seen that
and
truthologist. I
yeah,
like that.
I just want to be like tell you the truth, man, like in an entertaining way, and tell you what's really going on out here. You know what I'm saying? That people
Hmm.
don't want to really talk about. Like for instance, I will make a record about cancer. You know what I'm saying? I will make a record about how I make a person feel, how I make a person think, how they,
Yeah.
the things they go through, family wise, mentally wise. I mean, for real, when you find out you got something wrong with you, some people go into a deep depression, and the people don't understand that. Now, what if I made a record about that helps somebody to overcome that depression, so that they don't
Hmm.
know that they're not alone.
Not
They're
alone.
not.
Yes.
They're not the only ones suffering. It ain't so much that you're trying to say it ain't all about you. It's saying that we are here for you to help you get through it because we understand because we've been through it too. That's what the records I want to try to put out there, along with the fun ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
A
I
balance.
want to
Yeah.
talk about stuff that people go through every day, but also use it as an entertainment situation. And that's how I go about the records, man.
Love that. Love that. Yeah, that's real poignant. Yeah, and just talking about the cancer, and like you said, it's supportive, showing people
Yeah.
like I've been through this or family member been through this, and you will, you can go through those stages, and depression is a deep one of them, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it'll
I'll
be an
speak.
upliftment.
I'll speak specifically to my experience thus far, and basically one of the things that I did to because how I found out I had cancer with the in my kidney was is because I almost had several brushes with death with my COVID, and it impacted me on some very extreme level.
Yeah.
I have long haul COVID, and it's still impacting
Yeah. Yeah,
parts of
man.
my life. And
Yeah.
they're figuring out like all of this other stuff that's going on is because of. But say this to say the cancer, all of that. You absolutely do because I have lost my ability to work since going through this,
Mm-hmm.
and this has been so getting into music and DJing and then getting into podcasting. I've been more open about my mental health on my other podcast. Shout out to my usual suspect brethren, and of course, Blurred Reality Wrestling. On my mental health journey, not so much here, but it is something that does absolutely deeply impact you, and it is
Yeah.
something that you have to take. Us as men, there is this stigma about
Yeah, yeah,
dealing with mental health, but when you get our age and you start getting in your late 40s and 50s, and you start thinking, hey man, I got more years in the tank now than I possibly have left in the tank, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but so it starts to really get. into you, and you start getting those health situations that do impact your health deeply and your psychology deeply. And you know, you realize, especially if you get through those experiences, you appreciate, like, yo, I got another chance, you know. And
Yeah.
but so you have to take your mental health seriously, and that would be a dope project for you to get, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'll definitely be on the lookout with stuff like that, man. I even make I worked in an addiction clinic because I'm in the medical field, and
Mm,
I got to see a lot of stuff that we take as puns against addicts and stuff.
mhm,
Let me assure you of something. I've met people you normally wouldn't think is an addict. Okay.
mhm,
Um, and sometimes what people don't understand is the reason why people become an addict is because their doctors have prescribed such a
mhm,
addictive drug at a higher dose
mhm,
that they don't realize that it gives addict tendencies to that person. Therefore, it's hard for them to get off the drug. So instead of tapering them down, if you start out at 80 milligrams, you come down to 60, you come down to 20, you come down to 10, helping the body to readjust itself without the medicine. They quit them off cold turkey. And the next thing you
mhm.
know, they're looking for other stuff to keep that same,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So that's what helped me to realize, and I think the creator takes me on that journey to understand people more in depth instead of sitting on the sidelines trying to judge a game. Why don't you see how the game is played? You know what I'm saying? And see the intricate pieces that you don't see from sitting on the sidelines versus you being in the game, and then you will start understanding people more in depth, and then you could tell their story and help other people in the world to get over the things that they're fighting against,
And I'm
Amen.
a,
especially
and I'm
when
gonna
it
throw
comes to
this
mental
in,
health.
and I'm gonna throw this in with truthology. Knowing that in some of these doctors that's prescribing, they're going on
Mhm.
vacations by the pharmaceutical companies. So
Yes, yes, and
knowing
that's the
knowing what the
song
yes,
that's the song me and Roots did called Magic. If you listen to Magic, y'all,
let me
that's
check that out.
exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all don't even know that drug reps come to these doctors' offices and
Oh, I
try
do.
to sell these drugs to the doctors.
Hmm.
Not all doctors go for it, but
Right.
you're the guinea pig that they use to sell the drugs to you and offer them to you for free at first.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
the
what they're
free
not
samples.
within it, that's exactly what happened. They're your biggest dope dealers, bro. Real talk,
Mhm.
man. So this is stuff I learned over the years, and I put it in the records. And
The legal
Magic,
plug.
you listen to Magic. It's me and King Fuji, and trust what I tell you. That's exactly what I'm
Is,
talking about.
is
Just
it?
listen
Can
to the
we
lyrics.
play that one? Because
Yeah, that's on there.
that
Yeah,
would actually
Magic is
bring
on
us.
there.
Yeah, that bring us around because we had
Is that
Righteous Son
underneath you on Blakk North,
Yeah, it's
or is it?
underneath. Yeah, it's on
on
my record,
Spotify.
on my
And it's
situation.
Magic.
Yep. Yeah, it's spelled Majik.
What album is it out on?
No, it's just a single. All the songs you seeing is all singles, no albums
Understood.
at all. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I can find that link. I'm
I'm
on your
I'm just
page.
looking for it through his Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. It's
Got it.
definitely in
I found it
Spotify.
because there's no video to it, correct?
No, no video to that.
Understood. Yes. So let's see here. I got this queued up now, and let me go ahead and drop the link to that in the chat, y'all. Yes, Scandalous Bones. We do review music on here. We have a Discord server where you can upload your music, and we encourage all underground artists to absolutely upload your music on our Discord. Share your events, share all of your, your everything on there, and we will and be planning on doing some review specials, you know what I mean? So special editions, or even, something to do where we will go through. And I'm also curating all independent underground hip hop videos to make an old school style, like the old back in the day, Rap City type, curated video blocks where their themes, all underground artists, and videos that go well together, and give explanations and what we thought about it and what the research is that goes in on it, and get into some old school style video, MTV, BET style, you know, the box type style video blocks, and you know, and do this thing that we love here called hip hop. So that is coming. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead, and I put the link in the chat to this single, and it is Magic with Blakk North and King Fuji. And
Right, big son. Blah, 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 blah.
Shout out, and he was just on B-Boys Underground a couple months ago. Shout out to my brother.
Yes.
We used to smoke a lot of weed in the hall, in the of the arms in between the hallways, or we be outside too.
And hold on before you play it, because we talked about this, but every time in the studio with the Storm Children, so we doing a song, we playing beats, and we gonna pick a song. His favorite phrase was, "I can do some crucial dub to that." So we know you do dub to that, or fucking row your boat.
Right.
You'll do some dub to like a Snickers commercial.
Right, exactly. And come up with it'd be hot though. That's the crazy part. It'd be hot.
No doubt.
Absolutely, man. That's gonna be dope. So check this out, man. Magic. Here it is.
Don't put up no contention, come and get your prescription. More addictive than the meow, meow, meow. Capitalize your affliction in the laboratory kitchen. Get your fixin' with a plastic smile. Hey, rooted to the evergreen pharmaceutical. Plenty pills just to fill your cabinet. Forcefully recruit with genetic Kama Sutra. Many ways that they use black magic.
I was born with the basic one, the human race. Snipers of the mind who made slaves from any place. Hidden inside buildings that supposed to be healing. As they body snatching organs, call it demon killings. Makers of false schemes that exhale like gasoline. Pumped into the soul, say they saints of Constantine. Holy water is tainted cause they made it a virus. Shot into the bloodstream, they call it a crisis. Written papyrus that they age of science labs. Adding more lies to place inside the Bible tabs. Feeding the mainstream till it blossoms to evergreen. Recruiting new pups cause they like it with Vaseline. Slow boiling their head like an edible egg. Adjusting emotions like they making a JPEG. Running case studies to see what drug can make you ugly. Pharmaceutical countries ruin bodies for money.
Don't put up no contention, come and get your prescription. More addictive than the meow, meow, meow. Capitalize your affliction in the laboratory kitchen. Get your fixin' with a plastic smile. Hey, rooted to the evergreen pharmaceutical. Plenty pills just to fill your cabinet. Forcefully recruit with genetic Kama Sutra. Many ways that they use black magic.
Now that's past. Watch the excuses come real fast. Overdosing the public, never see it in podcasts. Aftermath decision to dissolve the attention. Deflect the information without anything mentioned. It's well known, hidden inside the manual. Disguised as HIPAA laws to protect the cannibal. The conjectural cannibal comes in casual. Talk to you half sleep like they daughtered an animal. But no, drug reps leave examples. Hoping to sway doctors feeding patients with samples. That's the gamble. Cash in from all in. So doctors create clinics for addiction of millions. Always push, cause power is a taste. Expensive to a brand. Using victim for body waste. Always keeping pace with the data they trace. Calling meat trucks for the need of freezer space.
Don't put up no contention, come and get your prescription. More addictive than the meow, meow, meow. Capitalize your affliction in the laboratory kitchen. Get your fixin' with a plastic smile. Hey, rooted to the evergreen pharmaceutical. Plenty pills just to fill your cabinet. Forcefully recruit with genetic Kama Sutra. Many ways that they use black magic.
Now who's on board with these carnivorous overlords? Shell company owners using laundry washboards. Cause to the effect on how things ain't paid for. Specialists in denial want the poor to pay more. Underscore the byline to byline. Inert the population so the mind don't untwine. Any combination to combine the mid-crime. Small print that's missing in the box that's outlined. The salt shaker as things become faker. The peel maker who send bodies to undertaker. Incinerators that's used to burn paper. Proof you can't find that your lawyer gon' need later. Manipulator like an emperor Sith caper. Fool the population to a drug they won't take. Leading to addiction that they know is tragic. And this in the medical field is black magic.
Don't put up no contention. Come and get your prescription. More addictive than the meow, meow, meow. Capitalize your affliction in the laboratory kitchen. Get your fixin' with a plastic smile. Hey, tutor, evergreen pharmaceutical. Plenty pills just to fill your cabinet. Forcefully recruit you with genetic Kama Sutra. Many ways that they use black magic.
Yo.
Man, that summed up what we were just talking about.
Exactly.
Oh,
The lyrics, the hook. I mean, and then the topic of what we literally was just talking about that and expound about it, and you got a whole song.
Yeah.
Man, that's man. Send me those files, please, fam. Send me those files, cause check this out. That's going in the crates, and I swear to God,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what I'm
That's edutainment. That's
family.
edutainment. It's entertainment and educational.
I'm gonna make another weed transfer, and I'm gonna send you everything I've done. Everything.
Hell yeah, fam. You know what? I want to tell you, but the thing that when I was listening to it, right? Because I'm always listening to cadence, and as a DJ, you know how I can mix it and what I'm listening to, and how I can mash stuff up. But the thing that I heard, man, because I know everybody says Pac, and of course the Pac style was there too, but the scarf. But I'm gonna go deeper though. All right, so I hear Fiend and I hear Willie D off of when he was on Resurrection album, because Willie D's had many different styles.
Another one.
But Willie D, with the way that he would go like that, I heard Fiend with another exit. I heard the cadence of that with the inflection. I'm just saying. and shout out to King, shout out to Rising Sun, man. That hook was
he's sick, ain't he? He's
as
usual.
But like who made that beat again, man?
That came from I believe that was a Tone Jones beat. Shout out to Tone Jones. If I'm
Tone Jones.
I think he made that track, and I was just like, oh, bro, I got to do something with the medical field on that.
Yeah.
Because it just hit me, because I'm working that situation. So again, when the creator wants to speak, I'm just a vessel who brings out the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it came about. You know, I always pray over the track before I actually do anything, and I ask for the guidance from the Most High. And you know, I ain't, like I said, I'm not a religious man. I'm just telling you how I go, and it just comes to me, and that's what you get. That's the results. You know what I'm saying?
You broke it down,
and it just be so deep. I gotta take and look back like, dang, did I just write that? And I ain't saying it thinking I'm the dopest MC. I'm saying it as, did that just come from the creator threw me into this paper? You feel what I'm saying? Or into this studio? Because it's like, as Elliot would tell me over the years, he said, man, every time you come here, you just keep improving. It don't stop. You just keep getting better. See, but me, I just look at it as just right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it sounds to other people in terms, because I'm not them. So when they interpret this music, they hear it, they just like, yo, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know how you get the funny feeling like, damn, is they lying to me, or they just trying to gas me? You know
right.
And you don't really, you do a worse critic, you know what I'm saying? But over the years, it's just been snowballing. And I just keep moving up and up and up and up and up and up. And that's what I love about it, because it's always going to be a learning experience for me. So that way, even if I become a master of it, I still going to go to the next school and start learning how to learn a new type of gig. You
right.
Right. So it's a continuous education that I love about the whole situation. And that's what ended up happening, man. And with dudes like supportive like King Fuji and other artists that I work with, man, it just comes out as a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Fuji go way back. So that's like my best homie. You feel what I'm saying? One of my best. Even Johan was a big encouragement for me back in the day. Like, you know, it's good to have that positive energy around you. So I appreciate y'all, especially legends like y'all who give me the go light. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And this song is like beats banging, the lyrics, the hook, and all that. But this is one of them songs everybody vibing to. Like, nah, man, y'all gotta hear what he's saying. This is one of them songs where you like, hold on, man. Nah, man, shut up. Y'all talking in the background. Listen to what he's saying. This is one of them type of songs. I want you to hear the intricacies of the lyrics of this one.
I even got another joint that's on there. I think it's on there too, called Yellow Cake. Now, Yellow Cake is
don't drop that cake, man.
Bruh,
I got your yellow cake, nigga.
Listen,
don't drop that cake.
I'm gonna just put it like this. Y'all gotta listen to it because what I'm talking about, I got the idea from Yellow Cake is actually uranium. That's what they call the excess off of uranium, yellow cake. That's where I got the idea from. But I changed the C to a K. So it's K-A-K-E, and it stands for kill all, kill everything. So it's yellow cake, kill all, kill everything. I say it in the hook. But you got to hear the hook because this is a totally different kind of sound, bro. So when you hear it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
We're gonna play. We're thinking Dave Chappelle because of the skinny.
Yeah. Right.
Yellow cake.
This is yellow cake.
Right. But yeah, it's on there too.
Don't
so
drop
I want
that
to play that one.
man.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's definitely a attention getter. Definitely. Because a lot of people be like, even Elliot was like, "What the?" Yeah, it's a crazy song, but it's on there as well, and I'm gonna send y'all that one too.
So I'm really like are you on Tidal as well?
I do believe so because I'm on all the streaming platforms.
Okay, so that should be on there as well.
I distribute through Amuse, so they put me everywhere. I'm on stuff I didn't even know I was.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sneak in the Black Magic tomorrow, especially with the Cancer and Beats for a Cure, because again, I mean, it hits home with me because you know, throughout this journey, and this journey has been going on for I'm gonna say 20 plus years. With medication and all of this different medications that I've been on, and now that I'm on, you know, at one point in time at my highest, I mean, there were, what was it, like over a course of a day, I was taking more than 40 pills a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I had like 60 prescriptions for a month.
You take so many medications, bro, and it's taxing on your body. You know what I'm saying?
And I cut that stuff back, and I went to alternative and research type facilities to look at it, and it has been a godsend, and been able to get off of a lot of that poison, but so that's the reason why it was hitting home, because I actually had that same thought about, you know, when the whole thing, even if you look at the symbol when you go to the pharmacy, right? It has, you know, a magic is, you know, medicine has been attributed, you know, to magic with them symbol, like the snake, the intertwining snake. If you go back and look at all of that, right? So we ain't gonna get too deep into that, but it is very much so. You know, there is all of this thing that attributed, and I was sitting at the waiting at the pharmacy line, and just I had a thought in my mind. I was like, man, ain't nothing but the legal trap house, man. And we just all go there.
Exactly, bro. And a lot of people don't know that. That's the sad part. A lot of people don't know. I got to experience it firsthand. I've seen how they maneuver. They come in with the suit and ties. They get you all with the banquet food, and you know, they bring all the food in. They do all that. I even sat down with what and asked them, "Is this what you do all day? Just go around trying to sell the drugs?" Yeah, basically. Yeah, new drug, new propaganda, new situation, and it's all legal.
And they peddlers wear white coats, and they be at the Kroger's. Like, you see them old people arguing. Wait a minute, this went up $50.
Now I will say this on behalf of the doctors. Not all doctors go for it. They be like,
"Oh, I know.
I'm gonna give my patient this drug just so you could tax them later." And then on top of that, with all the different side effects and situations that goes on with it, and you want me to test it on them. I sat there and listened to the doctors like, and them the good ones, the old school, I'm not going to put up with that. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, as you know, if you listen to, when you were listening to Magic, you see I was throwing in the freezer truck thing, because that's what they was doing when they was having people dying at multitudes. They called in the truck. Truck. So I threw that in there because that was going on. But even with the COVID vaccine, there's a lot of things that people don't know about that, but I have access to that information. So what I'm not trying to do is scare people. What I'm just trying to do is inform, let you know what's going on behind the scenes. And this is not for me to, you know, make a ploy to, you know, make money just off of misery. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. That's why I call myself,
it's some information.
that's why I call myself the truthologist. I'm just,
and I like the point too, where it's not a blanket statement of all doctors do this, because you like you said, they're good ones. My mom has a good one where it's a good patient's doctor relationship where this medicine don't make me feel good. Okay, we're gonna change. I'm not gonna keep telling you, I'm not gonna up your dose. Let's try something different. Let me do some more research, trying to keep you healthy and not sit in
exactly, bro. That's the whole point, to keep you healthy.
When I think about
you, or the more money they make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
absolutely. No, I cut you off, and I apologize for that. But what I was gonna say is, with what you were talking about, that the difference is with what you're messaging and everything that's going through my mind, and even what you said, is getting back to the conscious rap era, the reality rap era, where you're telling, you know, you're reporting, right? And I picked these two albums. I picked Ghetto Boys and this album out for today. But you know, I think the thing is that we've gotten away from that, right? We've gotten away from that, and it's more so, if you think about it, I mean, think about all the lean. We could just get into, just, if you look at the evolution of music, there's a lot of it, right? And if you look at the message that's being pushed today on popular culture, you know, on popular airwaves, is very much leaning one way and one way only, to the extreme. And there's not enough messaging and positive messaging and things where people are trying to educate and give game and insight, and also give you a record that's enjoyable to listen to and get some education and some knowledge. And that's humongous. So salute to you on that one. We're getting ready to get into Yellow Cake, y'all, man.
There we go.
And I can't wait for y'all to hear this, because I really want to see the look on your face.
Yeah, I hadn't heard this one yet, so this is new to my ears.
All right, y'all. Well, here it is. It is the one and only Blakk North, Yellow Cake, y'all.
I can't elevate if I eat that yellow cake. It's just not me, warming my reality. 'Cause I can't elevate if I eat that yellow cake. It's just not me, I'll heal everything.
Stupid, see, y'all go ahead and just miss me, cause I don't agree with taking my free and handing it over so easily. No matter the options, it's me inside. One with the I am, we combine. Can't separate us, we one in the same. Building the same like spiritual frame. And maybe you don't wanna understand. We part of something of a grander plan. Expand through the universe we made to last. Experience everything, future, present, and past. And not even have what we are. Embodied with something that's bright as a star. Made from a consciousness as part of us all. And that's why we hear the call. Say it to us that
I can't elevate if I eat that yellow cake. just not me, just not me. Warping my reality, cause I can't help it. I eat that yellow cake, just not me, just not me. I'll kill everything. Entities, energy, frequency, infinity.
Born from a place where we all exist. Made from a mind that's all of this. The simplest answer that you can find has been in the heart since the dawn of time. And that's why we always follow the sign. Divine to define our spiritual vine. Reconnect the space, universal spine. Linear to the path, reunite the line. Believe it or not, we all will see that everything I said is legacy. Unique in many ways than a physical form. And that's why I'm not the norm. So I say to him,
I can't help it. If I eat that yellow cake, it's just not me, just not me. Warping my reality, cause I can't help it. If I eat that yellow cake, it's just not me, just not me. I'll kill everything. I can't help it. If I eat that yellow cake, it's just not me, just not me. Warping my reality, cause I can't help it. If I eat that yellow cake, it's not me, just not me. I'll kill everything. I can't help it. If I eat that yellow cake, it's just not me, just not me. Warping my reality, cause I can't help it. If I eat that yellow cake, it's just not me, just not me. I'll kill everything.
Man.
Way different. Yeah, it took me back. I started hearing some of the sound of that bass. Took me in some '90s, kind of that heavy D little feel to it. Yeah,
Right. Shout out to
nice little club bounce to it too. Yeah,
Dope Boys Music made that track, man.
Dope Boys Music. Okay,
yeah, they pretty dope, man.
Shout
They
out to them.
these guys that's out, they man. So yeah, man, that was a little different, just to give you a more spiritual aspect on something in the background. And you know, like I said, the yellow cake is just basically saying I can't eat the negativity all the time and not be able to elevate. Because the more I eat that, the more I won't elevate, the more I can rise up to my highest potential.
Yes, and different variety of the music pick too to rap to, and a different style hook. I like that. You know, because some people like everything got to sound the same. That's just one of the most boring things. If every track sounds the same, I want different tempos, different styles, different ideas coming from
just
you.
different ideas to try to keep it basically everybody got their own kind of feel, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff I talk about, Too Much was another one that talks about a lot of stuff that's going on. There's another one that I did was called I did something with Gino Black called Stall Me Out. That was about the Super Bowl situation where Ice-T was warning people about coming to LA for the Super Bowl when the Bengals played them.
Yeah.
Don't come here with your craziness because there's a lot of gangs that's still active in LA, and you coming over here don't know nothing about LA, you know what I'm saying? So you need to chill out on that type of mess. So I did Stall Me Out. I did a song called The Set that definitely was talking about what Ice-T was talking about. So as you can see, I just kind of randomly go with topics that kind of hit you to a point where you like, damn, this dude talking about some shit that we go through every day, you know what I'm saying? Or we dealing with every day. I think a lot of MCs, even the younger MCs, are going back to the conscious rapping because they're getting fed up with all the, you know, I got to drink lean, or I got to get high, I got to be this, that, and the third.
Just ratchet, my booty holes brown, all that.
Man, yo, okay, so Sexy Red, I'm sorry about this, but yo, girl, don't let them make you look like a fool, please, because that's what they doing. I understand you doing this, that, and the third, but you already see your concert tickets go down. You see, you had to cancel concerts because nobody was coming to them. The ticket sales went through you was only a flash in a pan. You're worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna downgrade you to make a quick cash. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna get rid of you.
Exploit.
Now you back at McDonald's.
Use me before
right.
I
No
let
royalties, no nothing, because you don't know nothing about that, right? So what end up happening is that you get played, and then you ain't getting nothing on the back end, and guess what? They getting all that money. Just saying.
Very true. True father speaks again.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, y'all know this better than I do. You feel what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a lot of artists don't. Even guys in our age group don't know. You know what I'm saying? So please learn that business. Pick up the book, read it. Hell, you ain't got to read a book now. You just go on Amazon, push play, and they read the book to you. You know what I'm saying? So learn that business, especially publishing and the mechanical royalties and all that, man. Because at the end of the day, they're just using you just to get their agenda off. You know what I'm saying? And now they remember they used to give $1 million deals, contracts. Now they only do like 60 grand now. You know,
and the 360 deals and all of these other, they own everything.
60,000, man. What they
just to get on when you could do it yourself.
Right, man. So just
don't bite the apple.
Exactly. So yeah.
And talking about business, because we getting at the top of the hour, we probably pick a couple more joints to play. We didn't talk about because we kind of talked about this backstage, but the City World Media.
Yes, please get into that.
Because he was getting deep into that, and I said, save it for the podcast.
Yeah, it was like I was like, damn.
Right. Well, so like I said when I was talking to you backstage, so City World is like I want to make it into a big hub for radio, TV, cartoons, because I do have a cartoon company that I'm going to be establishing soon. It's already logoed out and everything. It's just a matter of finding the right people to do animation. But City World, think of it as your hub to radio, TV, history. You getting playlistings, blogs from other people's blogs. You know what I'm saying? As a connector for everybody, because basically our motto is from my city to your world. That's our motto, you know what I'm saying? So we say that every time in the video, we say that in everything. And it's like, if the City World comes from every city in the whole world has a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? So I want to try to make it where, like I started out as a TV show, and all my old shows on there. I even have my recently deceased aunt. She did an episode for me that I always cherish because she was a spiritual person. She taught me a lot about spirituality. And she's on there. She's like one of the first episodes. Magazine companies, other people. I interviewed a lot of artists, a lot of people, just video. And it ain't all the greatest video because, of course, we at the 4K, 8K movement now. You know what I'm saying? So every video is more crispier. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you still get to see some stuff. We got some history things that's in there that talk about the Pope, the real popes, all that stuff. And these. The whole thing, I designed the whole thing, built the website myself. You can look at it online. You can look on it on your phone. You can look at it on your computer. It looks the same on each one, just a little bit different setups because it has to adjust to the device you're looking at.
Correct.
So basically, as time went on, City World is like that type of thing. You get to see the music, get to see the videos. I'm going to start up a segment where I also put somewhere you can see other people's music videos. I haven't got around to what I'm gonna call that just yet. You can definitely see like when you go to the website, there's also other plugins such as like music tasters. You get to hear all different kind of artists' music. Now the good thing about the music taster is it doesn't play the full record. It play like the 30-second situation. So that way you can click on it and go directly to their page. I designed the whole thing, put their pictures on there, the whole nine. And then if you go to like Street Noise, that's where the magazine is at. We got 5 issues on there now. You can read the magazine on there. You can look at the stories, and then you can hit buy a copy and it'll get printed out and sent right out to you. You know what I'm saying? You can subscribe on the website, all that. So basically, like I said, City World is going to become a radio station. I want to make it an FM, satellite, and internet type of station, so that way you get it all at the same time. The ultimate goal with that part of City World is, so say for instance, we get this thing to blow up big, right? Then I could come to you guys like B-Boy Underground and say, hey, how would you like to broadcast through City World? You know what I'm saying? And you bring your show to City World, then we sit down, we think about how we make funds off of it, whatever. Now you're getting paid for it. You see what I'm saying? You making the proceeds, go your way, do that, this and third. It wouldn't be some situation where, you're not going to have the support, because City World would be the people to support you to blow it up even further. Kind of like having a big satellite radio company and you got all these different shows on there. You see what I'm saying? And you got your own room, you got your own everything, all that shit is there. It's nothing to take away from people. It's more to enhance what you already have. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the main goal. And then, you get that with satellite radio. You go to XX or whatever the stations are now, and you notice that it's all different radio stations, right? All different shows, but they all are under that name. You feel what I'm saying? That platform. So things like that, but I want to make it where Cincinnatians, or especially artists from here, don't have a hard lane to go through. They got a good lane to go through, because this is a lane that's stable, is here, everybody's watching it, everybody's seeing it, and it blows them up. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it all encompassed. The whole to bring about notoriety and getting people to know who you are. And we keep adding to the list, we keep adding to the curation, and then we're going to try to multiply that on Apple and also on Deezer and all that, and become curators. So now, instead of you having to go through all this crap to get, played, you got a City World music taster thing that you can submit your music to. We put you on there, and there you go.
Yeah, I seen Scan Dizzle on there. Rest in peace.
Seen
Dante. Dante. It's time to get on the show. We had him booked a while back, and he had some things come up. Dante, get with us.
Yeah, definitely do, man. These are the kind of platforms to get with, man, because once y'all, you already iconic, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna come a time where y'all gonna be so busy, it's gonna be secretary booking. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to talk to these guys. So you better get in while you can, because I'm telling you now,
there we go.
They're going. It's gonna get so huge that it's gonna be basically, you're not gonna be able to talk to these guys like that with the emails and all that stuff, because
I've been there before. We had buffers.
I'm just saying, man. And
you tell G Fresh?
I think a lot of people don't understand that. They looking at it, oh, y'all just local. Nah, man, you don't understand. This go worldwide, dude. You know what I'm saying? So don't sleep on it, because people, I put it to you like this. I heard Has say this, and it touched me when he said it. He said that some people are there to help plant the seed, right? But they're not there to watch it grow. So they're not there to water the seed, to help the seed grow. They just come in, plant it, and they leave. Then there are those who God sent, okay, and they are there to water the plant and garden the plant and help it grow and grow and grow and grow. And those are the ones who stay with you. But the one who left, who planted the seed and left, may not be able to come back and be in the garden.
Yeah.
You won't be able to eat the fruit from that garden because you left. Because
little red hen.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't go through the long haul. So, like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: be happy as guys like this, just doing these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? That's putting y'all out there. That's giving you the salute, the opportunity. Take advantage of these situations, because I guarantee you that story I told you about my record selling for $500. How much more do you think this show was going to be worth in later years? See, you don't know. It might happen tomorrow because you didn't do it today. You know what I'm saying? You missed the opportunity of tomorrow. So, salute this type of stuff. So pay homage to it. Promote this shit. You know what I'm saying? Tell people about it, man. Don't sit over there trying to be on that whole I'm too high on my podium to help these dudes out, because I'm telling you now, one day somebody's going to come along and believe in this situation, and they're going to expedite it even further, and you're not going to be able to reach them because they already hit the light speed and they're gone. So I don't know what you're going to do.
We try to stay humble. Catch us when you can.
What I'm saying,
we got our crew, we got our supporters. We growing it every day. Come on,
every day, bro.
Preach, brother. Truthologist is in the house.
Real, man. Just keeping it real. Value these type of things, man, because it's kind of like, you know, Jesus gave a speech, told a lot of people about a lot of things. Some people didn't listen. Some people did. But those that did listen, they ate for the rest of their life.
Benefited.
Just saying. So shout out to B-Boy Underground.
Thank you.
This is one of those iconic moments that you're going to look back on and say, damn, I should have got with him when I had the chance. You know what I'm saying? You might be looking at billionaires and don't even know it. Just saying.
Well, we'll
My
accept
brother.
all of that. Much love to you.
And that's my plug for today. Thank you for joining.
And it wasn't shameless. It was a beautiful plug.
No doubt, bro. It's well deserved. It's real.
Give that plug some electricity.
There you go. There you go.
So we got one more thing that we do before we go. You ready? You ready? Fresh? You good?
He already knows about the hitting, but
I know he's
okay.
We might get who he talked about earlier. That would be a bonus. But
yes, it would.
This is
all right.
If you haven't seen the show, we don't tell everybody about it. It's something our co-host had came up with. Big Weez. Shout out to Big Weez.
Shout out to the brother Big Weez.
Go ahead, take it on. Take it on.
All right, so check this out, man. There is this wheel. It's Weez's Who You With, Wheel of Who You With. And what we do is the homie Big Weez put together, found a list on the internet of the top 100 MCs. And as we always say, it's the internet and there's plenty of lists. I don't know what list it is, but this was a list. So that's what got plugged in here. And then what we will do is spin the wheel twice. And each time that we spin the wheel, it will give you an artist. And then we'll spin it again. And then it'll give you another artist. And you will have to say or pick which artist you pick or who you with and why.
Okay, got you. So I just
So,
do I just
yep.
hit the spin button?
No, I got you. I'll
Okay,
click for you. So, but here's the thing. Now, sometimes this can be super easy and you'll be like, whatever. But sometimes it's going to get you where you're like, ooh, and you're going to be like, you got to pick one and why, who you with. So here we go. First pick is going to be Fab Five Freddy.
Okay.
Versus
Interesting. They put him on as MC.
Jay-Z. Who you with and why?
All right. And you know what's sad is because I'm not really a big fan of him like that, but I'm going to go with Jay-Z, and I'm going to tell you why. Despite rumors of what you've heard, and despite everything of all the crazy lifestyles or whatever, Jay-Z, if you haven't paid attention, has positioned himself in such a way that he is now a top tier person, not just artist, but person of business. Now, I want you to look at the plug-in he has. He's in charge of all the Super Bowl music.
Yes.
He's
confirmed with that. Yes.
President still of Def Jam. That even though he has allocated some responsibility to Snoop Dogg with that, he is still with that wife of his. You know what I'm saying?
Mega superstar. Yep.
Who's still making billions of dollars. he is a billionaire by itself, right? He's also into other business adventures that you have no idea he's into. Now, that you gotta give respect to because that's the position he put himself in. However, wherever or however he got in that position is not the factor. The factor is that he's in that position. Period. You can't remove him from that position, no matter how many Jaguar rights or Orlando, whoever, you get to tell you any rumor, situation, or whatever he saw, that's going to remove Jay-Z from that situation unless they decide to. But until that time, he is still in that position making decisions, okay? And to be in that situation, this man can wait till he's, I don't know, 60 years old and drop another album and it would automatically go platinum just off of the fact of the connections he has. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I would agree.
With that being said, and all the things, you call him whatever you want because he grew out his hair, got them weird dreads, whatever you want to call it.
Skinny jeans.
The point is, this dude
Basquiat.
In a position where he is putting hip hop on the forefront of the Super Bowl.
Hold on, can I interrupt you just for one moment? Because you mentioned position, right? And you're going into Super Bowl. But the biggest hip hop moment in history of hip hop, when I knew and it cemented the fact, you know, we it's clear and evident that hip hop is integrated into all forms of culture.
Facets.
Right.
All right. So, but the thing that was the biggest look was when I'm watching the inauguration and I see Jay-Z sitting next to the Obamas at his inauguration while Beyonce sings. That right there, he is on world television sitting next to one of the biggest world leaders or the biggest leader in the free world.
Right.
You know, that right there, man, that was
I mean, even if you was take Eazy-E sitting with the president, the point is they you can hate that all you want, but they put themselves in that position to be there. Yeah. So that's why I would go with Jay-Z. I understand everybody and their feelings about him. I get all that. I have my own opinions about that. But even with that, I cannot, knock this dude for where he's at. So from a business standpoint, yeah, musically wise, he done put out hit after hit after hit. But of course, hits don't become hits unless there are people who are out there pushing it to make it a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He has that much.
I think a lot of people don't get that. They think it's just basically all the artist's talent. It also comes with marketing. So with marketing,
lots of marketing and promotion
all day, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he just in a position, man, and however or whatever the situation is between him and those others that he did not take with him or not take with him, that's why I roll with that fact, because Jay-Z is in a position where he makes decision on hip hop, like literally, like, you know what I'm saying, to put it in certain platforms or certain situations to make it even bigger. So I can't knock him in terms of that or anything, but that's one of the reasons why I roll with that situation with Jay-Z, because man, I'd be looking back like, damn, how is this dude getting it off like that? You know what I'm saying? And damn, it's just crazy how he just doing that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. You know what
I'm with you. And to be lost, I'm not sure how Fat Five Freddy got on it. He's a iconic hip hop figure, but
definitely
MC, did he rap on anything? I mean,
Fat Five Freddy on the microphone. I don't know, man.
He introed a lot of stuff and rap, TV rap. I mean, iconic figure,
dude.
I don't think it was fair for him to be on there.
Yeah, it wasn't a fair trade. It was.
I told you the wheel is easy, and then the wheel is difficult.
Right, right. Yeah,
I want to get. I want to get some of the ones
but
you mentioned
hey,
earlier.
that's what you would go with, definitely.
Well spoken though. What you
You
said.
know,
Well spoken.
Absolutely. So
no doubt.
next up is Blakk Thought versus
Give me something good. Give me something good.
MC Light. Who you with and why?
Ooh.
Old
Okay.
versus mid school, I would say.
I'm gonna go with Light, and I'm gonna tell you why.
You're gonna go with Light. Well, okay. Tell me why. Because I'm a humongous fan. She's my top female MC.
MC wise, you can cha with this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you ever saw.
Man.
Yo,
man.
Yo.
Come on, Light as a rock, man. Come on, man.
Paper thin.
Man. Paper thin. Why did I drink cappuccino?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Georgie,
don't get me wrong. Blakk Thought is the truth. Don't get me wrong.
He can spit. He can spit.
I mean, Blakk Thought is
20
iconic.
minutes.
Yeah,
he's up there.
Joke, but why I'm going with Light is because from a female point of view, from a female point from a male to on a female perspective, that girl is an icon in all kind of ways. You know what I'm saying?
Just putting out a new single.
Stop rapping. She's getting ready to come out with a new album of hearing. So
she just dropped a new single.
Yeah.
Singles out there.
She was on her other podcast and talked about it. So she's still doing her thing.
If Blakk Thought was still on the street doing his thing and nobody never knew, this woman is still gonna be an icon to the day she died. You know what I'm saying? Because of her female perspective and how she came off during those times where they weren't even given that kind of respect. She is the epitome of what female rappers should be looked at versus with the respect and the look and the I'm all woman, I'm equal counterpart to that. And you can't take away her self-destruction verse. You can't take away her none of the iconic things. She's a person that created the path for a Blakk Thought to come into existence. You know what I'm saying? So with her, I gotta go with her because she ain't just an icon, she's a legend. You know what I'm saying? She's legendary. This is a woman, if there was such a thing for the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, this woman would be one of those people.
Oh, Hip Hop Hall of Fame. And I would say this, I mean, no knock on any female that did it the way they want to do it, but hers was definitely regal. Like a Michelle Obama type MC,
exactly.
like a her and a Queen Latifah type.
Class.
Yes, and I'm not going to this level. You got to come up to mine. And again, it was a positive, definitely Black female in a male-dominated genre.
With no
positivity,
with no getting naked, none of that. I mean, she rapped about some things. Don't get me twisted.
Yeah,
but she didn't get all naked for it. She ain't get.
She wanted a rough neck. She wanted a rough neck.
Yeah.
And Ladies Night, even her verse on Ladies Night, she was classy.
She switched it up. You know what I'm saying? After it started changing, but at this point, it's like saying Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? With everything she accomplished, you know what I'm saying? And then you just like, you can't compare that kind of legacy because these are people that pioneered. It's like comparing Herc with, this dude that he's like the father of hip hop, comparing him to somebody else who just now coming out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just coming up. But I mean, like I said, nothing to Blakk Thought because that's just genius right there. But you got to go with the legend. I got to go with Light because she's the one that created these pathways for us to even get to where we are today. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to MC Light, man, because and she still look good.
Yes.
Are you serious? Yeah.
Yes. Definitely give that. I want to give some, like I rock with you on that pick. I mean, the short pick, but yeah, Blakk Thought underrated. I think the Roots as a group kind of shines with Questlove and all that. This is the forerunner, the rapper, and he kills and slays a lot of verses. If you ever hear this guy freestyle, he'll go for 20 minutes off the top.
Ridiculous.
Cold as hell. But yes, we're going with the rock. We're going with the Light as a rock.
I was gonna say, I mean, because we've had many people on here that have done this or that we've asked to, rank their top five or, give us some of their favorites. And we've had Black Thought come up, with a lot of folks coming up as in their top five, top one, all-time favorites. And that was a very difficult decision to make, but as a personal choice, you had to make it. And salute to you for not going with the overall, like some would say, popular opinion. You stuck with your heart and soul, and I can rock with that because that's a hard one for me. So
it is, but like I said, Light she's just iconic, man. And I'm still with the cha cha cha, the Mardi Gras.
He came out with the verse, so we knew where that was going.
Man, just when I got that tape and with the cappuccino and put that in my headphones, I was like, man.
And killed it though.
I shut the Metro bus down because my headphones was Ghost Boogie had more amps. Get in, bitch. I'd light up the Metro. Everybody was listening to it. My ears were bleeding. All right, so here we go.
Last one.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can get one of these.
Q-Tip.
Ooh.
Versus.
He just showed up at some event J. Ross was posting.
ASAP Rocky.
Okay. He laughing. I think I know where he's going.
Hey. I'm gonna have to go with I left my wallet and then El Segundo.
I got to get it. Got
you know what I'm
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 2 Jimmy hats in it.
I gotta go with that. I gotta go with the whole because of Tribe and Fife and they whole situation.
Rest in peace, the 5-footer.
Yeah, man. Coldest MCs that's underrated, bro. Real talk. Fife Dog is Jesus. But we talk about Q-Tip. Q-Tip is a very different artist, abstract artist. Definitely was one of the forefathers of the abstract style.
Native tongues,
Native tongue, you know what I'm saying?
His production.
Yes,
Think about the Crooklyn Dodgers beat alone, right? And he produced all of Cribe's beats, man, until Jay Dilla.
Like his acting, his even when he was in the movies that he was in, and his acting was brilliant, especially with She Hates Me.
I love that movie. I was about to admit
he was
that.
the most.
I love that movie.
That was just golden in his acting, and even though he only lasted about 5 minutes in the Tupac movie,
he got murked in that one.
He still made his thing, but the records that he put out, man, and the science behind all that was just brilliant, bro. I mean, I've heard Q-Tip on stuff like by itself, and I didn't even know he can get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he rhymes, you know what I'm saying. But he got skills, man. And again, they pioneers, man. They these are the dudes nobody didn't put their money on, and then they end up on boom. You feel what I'm saying? So I have to go with Q-Tip for that reason alone. And I'm still at the Wallet El Segundo. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the video in my head. You know what I mean?
Anita Applebum, you gotta
put me on. Hey, yo, and then
electric relaxation.
Check the rhyme when they was on top of that building. Check the rhyme.
I really one of my stressed out is one of my alarm tones. Ringtones, man.
Yes,
that's such a good song.
But check this out. Did you know that he produced all of LL Cool J's new album?
Yes.
The whole new album.
That's what I'm saying. You just can't go off the lyrics alone, man. You got to look at these.
He produced all of.
He digs in them crates.
I'm saying check these guys' resume because their artistic skill set goes beyond the wording. They got stuff they do in a creative sense that just blows your mind. You like, what? Who did that? Just saying. So,
Think about that song with Janet Jackson, and then Joni Mitchell Never Lies.
I'm saying,
got to let's go. I mean, what he did and his whole solo career after Tribe, took their hiatus after the Love Movement because of the whole break, like all of that. And then he came out with Vibrant Thing and blew up with many different things.
Ridiculous.
I mean, come
They still
on,
play
man.
that in movies, man.
They
Yes.
played it at stadiums and
I'm just saying.
They had
and
that crowd
sporting
moving with that beat.
events.
Yes.
You pop
That's
that
what
up and you
I mean.
could
There's
get
a
everybody
difference
up.
between a artist that's coming up and getting that to one that already established that legacy, especially during times where people were more critical on hip hop songs than ever. You know what I'm saying? So, they came up with the jazz hip hop, like the whole feel like that, the whole iconic native thing where people was like their music was like relaxation type music, but it was banging. You know what I'm saying? So you was in the club hunting on some Nubian chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
Listen to Tribe Called
bohemian type flavor.
I'm
And the
just
Because
sundress.
you had
so
Guru
that is
going with
why
that
I picked
jazz flavor.
yeah, that's why I picked Q-Tip, man.
Shout out to ASAP Rocky and his movement. I like some of their stuff, but
Yeah, man. I watched the documentary of how they even formed, and I didn't know
Mhm.
they had a fourth member in their group. And that was just crazy how they came together, what they did, how they got there.
Talking about the Far Eye?
Yeah, it's like they had that whole they did it was a good documentary, man.
That was put on by Michael Rappaport because he started filming it, and then they had that fallout because it was the reunion tour and that fallout, and they taped the fight. And then they ended up like going, and it shows at the end, how Fife had passed away, and then the reconciliation.
That was a really good. That was a really good
yeah,
documentary.
that was a great documentary.
Yeah, it was.
Please go take a look into that.
Yeah, it definitely was, man. Definitely was. It reminded me of Jay Dilla and all the things he did. You know what I'm saying?
Jay Dilla did the Love Movement album and some of Beats, Rhymes, and Life. So
we had Slum Village on here with Dilla's brother.
Yeah, and I thought that's what Slum Village was like. They was gonna come out back like a Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? Because they had that kind of feeling to them. They dope. I heard they stuff. I was just like, what? And that gave me a Tribe feel. So all them cats, man, because they definitely made a lot of movement in that direction for that kind of music, and they created their own lane with that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that music because it helps you. It was one of them help you get through your day songs. You know what I'm saying? For real. So definitely they man, yeah.
Even the last album that came out in 2016, which was post Fife's death, when it came out, 2016, which was a very big election year and controversial election year, and that was with We the People, and then everything, the videos, the visuals, and just that whole album as their final album. It was just a beautiful album. I mean, they were for only group to go 5 mics and the first 4 albums or first 5 albums? It's their first 4 albums were all 5 mics. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
So, and that was when 5 mics weren't handed out. Like it wasn't.
You had to have astonishing stuff to get that. You know what I'm saying? So
they didn't give them out.
That's the thing about our era compared to what's going on right now. So, like, I know a lot of people, especially young viewers that's out there listening, check the records, man. Like, I know y'all got things, ASAP Rocky is your thing. I get that. But you're listening to things that has the same beat, the same style, the same lyrics, the same kind of whatever. We come from an era where you got a grocery store of different stuff.
Smorgasbord.
You didn't just pick the chicken. You got the steak, you got the ham,
the shrimp.
The shrimp, you got the all kind of variety of food to pick from.
Sides.
And that's the luxury we had. That's the luxury our parents had. This age, y'all don't have that luxury, man, because they keep giving you the same food over and over and over and over and over again.
Through a funnel.
Exactly, man.
The,
And
the music scope is this big and it gets squeezed down to
yeah,
this, to
and they
what
do
you
that on
hear.
purpose because it's
Yes.
artists that's out there with different styles, different kind of everything. That's just cold, but they do that on purpose in order to funnel you into a brainwashing situation. And that's what y'all not getting. And it's unfortunate that you don't get it because you're missing out on some beautiful stuff out here, man. Real talk. So I
Amen.
just leave that with you younger cats that's listening and watching this today.
And that's a beautiful thing to end on, man.
Well,
That,
I want to do one more thing. I know we're running a little late with
Oh,
this week. I'm gonna keep it
perfect.
short. We're all WAIF alumni. Tell them a little bit about
True.
just not too
Oh,
long. But
please.
give us the
Yes.
raw fusion because I
I
kept
was
hearing
trying
about
to give you the
yourself.
easy out, Fresh. So I was like, yo, all right. So yes,
Now
let's
I
get
did
into
want to
this.
catch that. I wanted to catch that because I was
all
hearing
right.
about raw fusion. I was like, well, who's this raw? And I
Yes.
didn't get a chance to link up and find out. Then now to come full circle that it was you.
Okay. So
Yeah,
once upon a time, I was known as DJ Todd Blades. That's BLADZ. I did a show called Raw Fusion that started off in the daytime at 88.3
I
FM.
remember that
Um,
show, bro.
and
Yo.
on at they put me on a time slot. I shared it with this guy, but he ended up screwing up something on his end. So I got the whole 3 hour time slot. I was the only one that had a 3 hour show because by the luck of the draw, nobody else could get that time slot. You feel me? And nobody was coming in at 2 a.m. either. So I would even go to work after that. You feel what I'm saying? So I was on from 2 a.m. to 5. And then during that time, I had people from Australia tuning in. I even had one of the pro wrestlers call me while he was on the E-Way, called in. I was one of the first to let the Willie Lynch letter be read over the air.
over the air. So
Wow.
you was there when they had the actual streaming, so you could hear the show. Like,
Yes, that when they
yes,
had it online,
I was still there, and my
they had
cousin is
A
still
and B,
there.
room A and room B. I was in
Yep.
room B. You know what I'm saying, with the long table in the
Oh,
back.
you was in the Ohms.
Yeah. Now this is after Arms. I wasn't at the Arms. This is when they actually bought
Oh, yeah, when the studios was face to
right.
face.
Yeah, they remodeled it. So I was there, and the show
Our
went
plaque
very
is still on the
well.
wall, by the way.
Wait,
Should
I
be.
did radio for 6 years. It was fun, but after a while, they want their money. You know what I'm saying? So
Pledging, yeah.
you had to get the pledges up. If you didn't, then got to go. So I had to dip off. It was a great and wonderful experience because it taught me a lot about radio, FCC regulations, all that. I played all the local talent records. I had vinyl on them. I still got some of their vinyl. DJ Knock from The Wiz, before he got that slot and became DJ Knock, he had a record with a group. I had him on the show. I still got that record. I had a lot of people on there, but I tell you, the weirdest thing about that whole situation was, no matter how many times you tell people to bring your record in professionally, make sure there's no cussing on it, make sure you got this record clean, make sure it's radio worthy. I can't express enough how many times I got people that brought me in songs that was on blank CDs that's handwritten, that took a piece of paper and wrote the song on the top of the piece of notebook paper and slid into the thing like a JPEG, like a J card. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people kept coming up there, want me to play nothing but their records, and I couldn't do that because I got to share with everybody. But we did have some very good shows. I got a lot of them I had on tape that I burned the CD to. We had a lot of good discussions on there. Even when we did the Willie Lynch situation, I had everybody and they mama lighting up that switchboard, bruh. I swear, everybody called. And what the subject was is that I came up with the idea, and that's when I was doing it with Mozart. Shout out to Mozart. He was one of my co-hosts. We had a segment when what would happen, or how would you feel if a white guy called you, "What's up, my nigga?" Right? He ain't meaning it in a negative. he's saying it like he's your homie. Feel me? And he ain't trying to be funny. He just talking to you like, you know, we boys. You understand what I'm saying? Does this matter? How does it? Because then how do you look at it in that perspective, right? Man, that switchboard lit up so fast. I ain't even get to play a record, bro, because everybody was giving their opinion. But on that whole situation, the one thing that I loved was everybody had a positive opinion. Black, white, you name it, they all had a positive opinion. Nobody looked at it in a negative way. They all respected. They understood. Some people say we shouldn't say it. Some people say we should. And we had such a great show. And the fucked up part was I had no CDs to burn the shit. So I did not get to keep that in the archive. I was heated. I left the damn CDs on the counter. I said, mother, you know what I'm saying?
I do have some of our recorded.
It was a great show. And that's what I loved about 88.3. Even the people who, you know, watched and listened said, man, that was a good topic. They never really had nobody do something like that. I had a dude with called in, read the Willie Lynch letter, everything. But the point wasn't to try to bring controversy. The point was to understand each other. You understand?
Dialogue, open dialogue.
Talk about it, not fight about it. Talk about it. So,
well, as a white boy, I ain't gonna ever say that.
You know what? And the crazy part is, though, he, like the guy that said it to me, he was cool as hell. You feel me? He grew up in Price Hill, so he had a lot of that, you know, background. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's something he's used to saying. But other people would took it like, "Who you talking to, bro?" La da da da. But what he, you know, if you listen to the KRS-One speech that he talked about where the word came from, he said you need to be saying it because KRS-One broke it down and where the word originally came from, and you wouldn't even know that that was a word that had something to do with hierarchy Egyptians. Blew my mind. Now, this KRS-One, you know he gonna do his research. But he brought that all up. And like I said, man, words don't hurt until you give it power to hurt you. That's the only time it hurts you. And if you don't give it power, guess what? It's nothing. It means nothing. Yep. So granted, you know, I understand people don't want to say that because they feel like it's hurtful. I get it. But if you ain't allowing the word to hurt you, then can't nobody hurt you with words. Now, if somebody put their physical hands on you, that's a different story. Because now it's self-defense. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the word stuff, man, them are things like I talk about in the rhymes so that people can understand, like you said, dialogue. The more we talk to each other, the more we'll find out we got more in common, and then we'll find out who really playing us for real. So yeah, that show was brilliant. That's what I loved about 88.3 in the Raw Fusion show, man.
And what we'd have to say is because, like when you said whatever you told them, radio edits, clean, professional,
right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, y'all.
We got some of the dregs coming in, and we would clown you on air if you brought in that crowd. We'd play it and blurp it out if we could, and let you know, and let the audience let you know. So next time you come back, you better come correct.
Yeah,
and I loved how subjects we had on air blast sessions where we would literally kill people calling in, and the other callers are calling in. Why y'all do like that on air? We had an online MC battle which lasted 8 weeks, and they were kind of shitty battles until the finale, and it was one of the greatest battles. I think I still got it on tape somewhere.
Right. It's those moments, man. I'm telling you.
And our best moments was because I had promotions too, like Smoke and Groove tickets. So you think of people listening to the show, and they were.
Yeah.
You tell them we got some tickets to give away. That phone, we took it off the hook for about 10 minutes.
Right, man. They be dialing it up so fast.
For that whole get down, man. God bless getting them tickets, and I was promoting them and slanging them as skippers, and giving those were my giveaways when I was DJing as skippers. I had them, and man, I had people doing all types of things for those damn things.
I
So I
gave a
mean,
stack to like all the DJs, and
yeah, man.
they paid
Right.
us good money twice, 2 years in a row. I said, "Man, y'all brought a good crowd in here." I said, "Yeah, we had the clubs, we had the radios. They didn't even use the wheels; they used us."
Right. All day, man. All them good old days, man. I miss them days too, bro.
Waif, I got a sticker in here somewhere, but yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, let's get
Wait.
backstage passes to that and first row tickets. Ooh.
Shout out to Sister Ivette, who is still down there. What she say she's been? What did she say she's been on there?
Oh
Almost
my
40 years now.
gosh. Yeah,
Rhythm
man.
come
Like,
forward. She comes
Wow.
yeah,
on
Yeah.
Thursday night, was it Thursday nights, Friday morning, 2 to 5.
Mhm.
The dungeon
iconic
block.
show.
That's what's up. That's
Iconic show though, man. I would never miss that back in the day, man. I always listened to because I worked third shift.
Yep.
And I would go as soon as I would leave. Sometimes I would get down there with some of the cats that were on the Watusi tribe and be on
Yes.
radio shows. They would have me on like the cat show, and it would be funny that I would be on there on a Friday. You know what I mean? Because that was Black Friday and it was
right.
all, you know what I mean? They would have me down there and on the show too. But I lived down in that place, man. I loved it because everybody was so beautiful and
Yeah, man. Yeah.
everybody was so open. The culture was
Wow.
open and very much accepting of
Yes, and great
everybody.
ingratiating to everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
Hip
Yeah,
hop.
man. The
Yeah.
culture just
Well, that's why I say you guys are iconic, man, because see, just like we was talking about earlier about the artists that I was talking about and picking,
hmm
you dudes take that, and I'm not gassing you. I'm keeping it 100 because you were pioneers at a time where we didn't have too many people that was there to support a Cincinnati movement. You understand?
hmm
You can't, you just like the MC Lights and all of them, they represented the New York situations. They were there when they were artists wasn't even getting that kind of love. They wasn't trying to put hip hop on like that.
hmm
You guys are there during a time where they wasn't even trying to put y'all on because of where you were from. You know what I'm saying? They didn't think you were deserving. They didn't think you had the skills. And despite what anybody feel or say about anybody here, the thing is that you're still a pioneer in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's something of a legacy. That ain't just something of a legacy. That is a legacy to share with your children. Just like we're talking about 88.3 days. How many people could talk about that, man? Who could talk about that experience? Who can talk about the early 88.3 when it was in the
Yeah.
arm? You know,
man, the
I
arms, man. That was the
security
beautiful
at the
spot.
arms. I was a security guard at the arms when 88 was in there. You know what I'm saying? So how many people know that tower sits on top of that damn building? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
And when you hear people say get it from the mud, that's
Yeah,
what that
I
was.
think real
That's
talk
getting it from
though.
the mud.
I'm just
And
saying,
they
man.
threw mud on you if you talk too loud outside. They threw
I'm
pots
saying,
of pits
bro.
on you and everything.
I salute y'all, man, because you definitely are pioneers and you're still keeping your craft going with things like this. And I salute y'all for making that way for a lot of us out here. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for you guys doing what y'all did and putting things together in certain places, you don't even know that little sprocket that you gave that person to put into that machine made that machine become a bigger machine, that machine become a bigger machine. And next thing you know, you got a whole conglomerate building out here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man, for that. Cause you know,
Thank you,
I
brother.
salute y'all with that, bro. Real talk, man. Y'all, it's well deserved. And I ain't gassing you and I ain't trying to be, I'm just keeping it 100 because y'all names are out there. Ain't nobody gonna say I don't know a G Fresh, you know what I'm saying, or I don't know, Ghost Boogie.
Well, they don't know me because I always played the background. I was always low.
Oh, but see, that's the thing. It's that dude
He's
that say,
documented in them videos. He's there.
I'll give you
You
a
can
I'm
perfect
see
there. I'm like,
the army hat.
I'll give you a
No,
perfect
he hat.
example of this. Okay, so I know Pia Khan by his real name. Okay.
hmm
So when I went to meet up with old boy from Animal Crackers,
Toby.
Toby,
Toby.
I met Toby,
Bodice.
and this is when he was over in Northside and he had a building in there. And I seen all the crates and records, and I'm like, God dang, there's a library in here. You feel me?
Mhm.
But when I talked to him, I said, "Yeah, I know PyCon." He said, "What you know him by?" Now I ain't gonna say his real name on here, but when I told him his real name, he said, "Yeah, ain't too many people that know him like that, right?" Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying to y'all. See, you may have been in the background, but ain't too many people know that about you, because you making moves like Bruce Wayne back here, ain't telling nobody nothing until it already hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? So
there you go.
Think of yourself as a Batman moving behind the scenes, but you Bruce Wayne in public.
I got
shout out to Toby. We had him on the show earlier, episode 3, and PyCon, we got you coming. He's on my list.
And can I say, because you mentioned something, and I don't know if I said it, but early on, because I had intention to, but the conversation's been so good. B-Boys Underground is officially 1 year old, y'all, because we started in the second to third week of October last year, and our very first guest was the one and only Jazz-O, the originator. And he's been back on, and we've had so many epic guests throughout this past year. And we've had just a lot of people that have, been a part of this, and it's been great. And congrats to G Fresh. Shout out to the homie Big Weez being a part of the journey as well. And of course,
Boogie, my man.
Thank you, sir. And then of course, our new member of B-Boys Underground,
Mad Ways,
my brother, Usual Suspects. Shout out to Usual Suspects. Shout out to Blurred Reality Wrestling. But more importantly, shout out to the homie G-Fresh, who,
there you
know what I mean? Like I when we started this, I was like, man, in my heart, I just, like you said, it had been on my heart. I was like, man, I want to start B-Boys Underground again. And I was like, before I do this, I've got to reach out to the homie, because we actually bumped into each other. We got linked up on Facebook because someone didn't know who I was because they shared a clip of Eminem or whatever. And maybe it was even that I had put a clip of, where I was in the background and all of that stuff. Yeah. And I put it, I was like, hey, because it was a picture that one of my, I forget what MC it was, but it was one of my heroes, like tweeted it out or whatever. And it's like, it's weird that you see your face when you wake up in the morning or whatever. Right. And I shared that out. Right. And someone called, tried to call me out, maybe not thinking that was
fresh,
true.
Man. Hey man,
and they tagged him, right? Like this is some, this dude's culture vulturing or whatever, and it was like he immediately was like, Ghost. And I was like, yeah, what's up?
I said he was right there with me, bro.
So
and they linked us back up. Shout out to Ghost of Rodnell did that. One of my artists.
Right there. Yeah. That's some divine intervention right there. So it's meant for y'all to come together and push this up, man. So
and there it is.
You know what I mean? For real. So yeah, I'm glad for y'all,
man. And I appreciate you being on the anniversary episode of B-Boys Underground, man.
Blakk North, my brother, man.
For sure.
Gave us another great show, man. A lot of good energy, good ideas, and truthology is in the house.
Man, absolutely. So you know what I mean? We got and play. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play this. We're gonna play an Herbs One beat. Let's do this one right here. Herbs One, because this is an outro beat. I like this as an outro beat.
Shout out to Herbs One, Usual Suspect,
Usual Suspect, not Herbs. So Blakk North, give us shout outs, fam.
All right. So first of all, I want to shout out B-Boy Underground for having me. Without them, there could not be me on this show. So much love to Ghost Boogie and G-Fresh. That's G-Fresh. Sometimes my tongue get a little caught up, so I'm just saying, all right? But nonetheless, hey, man, give these dudes all the prop in the world, because without these kind of guys, people like me and other people out there, would not be able to have the opportunities that we have to share our story with you. So shout out to them and a salute to them. Definitely. Big shout out to my man JT, Serene Solutions. My man has Boogie, King Fuji, definitely King Fuji, my brother, YH Images. Who else I got on the list? Jonathan Coleman, my man Big Woo, DJ Big Woo. Also to my homegirl Carlita down south, my cousins and everything down south, Alvin Stokes and other people of that sorts. And then shout out to all those who been following me, who've been supportive, who's always been there for me. Big shout out to DJ Rojo Loco. She definitely been a supporter from day one. Got much love for her. That's my homie, man. She cool as all get up and always looking out. You know what I'm saying?
She was all in the chat.
Hey man, hey man, yo.
Shout out to her.
Cool Dallas woman right there. Her and Serene Solution. Definitely. Yvonne Wilcoxon, who's out in Houston as well, up in the Texas area. Much love to all the artists who's in the City World magazine, my crew, Tyrone, and also Demetrius, who works behind the scenes, do diligently with everything, and all you artists that's out there that's trying to do your thing. God bless all of y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. You definitely getting love from Blakk North, and you know what I'm saying? Just stay focused, man. And all you artists who I featured or been on my record that I had a chance to go through the names with, much love to you as well. You know what I'm saying? And let's just keep it moving, man. So, you know, that's all I got. Salute to all of y'all.
Man, salute to you. And then G-Fresh. Shout outs, fam.
Word. Well, I'm going to get real stupid here. Give a shout out to Blakk North that we had on here, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to go eat some dinner and maybe some yellow cake. Now I'm going to stay away from that.
Don't drop that yellow cake, man.
I'm going to rock with this magic. So shout out to Blakk North coming on, blessing B-Boys Underground, episode 53, our anniversary. Been doing this for a year. Shout out to Ghost Boogie, my brother that come back together to do this and just been enjoying every moment of it. Shout out to Big Weeze. Shout out to Wifey, allows me to do this. Got to give a shout out to Poochie. And shout out to everybody chiming in on the chat with comments, support, been going along with us on this journey, man. We really appreciate y'all. And, you know, just shout out to all the family, friends, love, even the haters, to push you to do something a little more extraordinary every day. Yes. So definitely showing you the love. Shout out to the WAIF experience we had, 88.3, what radio was meant to be.
Yes.
all the fucking PSAs we had to read.
Yeah, man. Oh, God, yes.
The views and opinions expressed on this programming.
Yes. Yes, Lord, yes.
Yes, so shout out to everybody. And as you know, we do it here in Cincinnati, Rallo.
And with that being said, man, it has been such a great episode to have you a part of Blakk North and talking some great hip hop history and sharing your story as well as your music. Looking forward to it, and I'm gonna be playing your stuff in my sets. So much love to you. So make sure you follow Blakk North on all platforms, and then I got to give a big shout out again tomorrow, y'all. I want you to realize and get down with me. I need you to support. Of course, I am a cancer survivor and I am DJing tomorrow morning.
Beats for a Cure.
Beats for a Cure, y'all. And I do have a goal of $1,000 that goes to basically directly into the breast cancer fund. All donations are tax deductible. I will be going live tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 9 p.m. Mountain, and 8 p.m. to be more Pacific, right here, twitch.tv/GhostBoogie66. You're going to be able to meet my beautiful, 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 amazing children. I've never, ever, ever, ever shared them on the screen with y'all. So it's an exclusive thing because I'm going to share my story, my family, my cancer journey, and how breast cancer absolutely impacted my family on both ends. I have cancer throughout my family on multiple levels, and so F cancer, but this is a cause that I absolutely am 100% honored and privileged to be a part of. And G. Lorraine, if you can be in the house for that one, holding it down, I much appreciate you. Shout out to Angie B.
Shout out.
Want to say, shout out to G. Lorraine. I appreciate all the people that pulled through. Andy B. Shot Me, Miss Catherine, Gorilla Strong. Thank you so much as always for the support, the biddies, everything that everyone showed through, came through. Much love to you. Keep positive, keep pushing, keep persevering. I'm Ghost Boogie. Until I see you tomorrow night with the usual suspects, Cess Beach. Y'all split that. Much love. And we get out of here, man. What do we say about right now? We say, Rallo.
Demetrius, shout out again. You mentioned him. He linked us up. So he's doing his job. Get that man a raise. And a shout out to Rising Sun, aka King Fuji.
Oh, Dave. King
Get
all
real
day.
stupid.
And can I say one thing?
Sure.
Lorraine, your 4-year remission is this Christmas. God bless. Congratulations.
Congratulations. We wishing 4 more on top of 4, on top of 4, on top of 4. You get the picture.
4
We
by
got
4
you,
by
home,
4
girl.
by 4.
Keep it
Infinity and
rolling.
beyond. That's you, girl. Welcome back. Good to see you, man. That's my super dope moderator from day one. Dag on it. And we out. Rallo.
Rallo.